Alrighty, we are back with Arcade Spirits, but I can not tell if audio is working or not. I'm gonna hope for the best that it is. Yeah. Okay. Continue. Alrighty. Time for level 3. Loading, loading. Level 3. Take it to the max. Is there gonna be someone named Max in here then? It's gonna be a dog, isn't it? It is the future year 20XX, and today is the day. Well, not the actual big day when we reveal Wyvern Keep, but a big day in relation to that big day, and I'm completely stressed out. My mission, should I choose to accept, and I kinda already chose to accept, is to spread the word about the upcoming Funplex event. The one that I'm in charge of. The one that I've put a ton of effort and hope into already. The one where, if nobody shows up, it spells doom for all. Hey, no pressure, right? I mean, if I fail, I'll only be the laughing stock of the entire Funplex. They'll call me the Funplex failure for the rest of my days. I'll be shamed, forced to wear a giant red F on my chest. Oh. Snap out of it, Nomura. Let's focus on what's right here, right now. Specifically, a giant conglomerate horde of people. Oh, we're at like a little convention. Deco's palace. There's a little penguin in the back wall. That kept me bumping into me. And smell like corn chips. And there is nowhere to run. I might be in a little over my head here. Working in the arcade, I've gotten used to smaller crowds. My skin has gotten a little thicker and resistant to sticky soda hand touching me accidentally. But nothing could have prepared me for the sheer scope and skill of this. Just me. And, oh, I don't know, maybe 50,000 other people? I know Naomi's the one who doesn't like crowds, not me. But come on, now, this isn't a crowd. This is Gojira, trademark, sized evacuation mosh pit. Complete with Gojira trademark side screens hanging overhead, constantly showing advertisements for arcade games and industries happening. Wow, it's so exciting. Isn't it exciting, Nomura? That is a word, yes. I've never really been to one of these things. What a spectacle. Thanks for giving me a ticket. I really needed to get away for a weekend. Hey, Nomura, how are you holding up? Looking a little green around the gills there. I can smile through this. I can't smile through this. Everything is fine. Huh. I mean, we set up ourselves for potential failure, but hey, we gave ourselves the pep talk to go through with this. So, I can smile through this. I'm holding up. As long as I can keep my internal monologuing going and be able to speak frankly through my own mind, I'll be fine on the outside. It's the perfect facade. Can't you tell by my awkward smile, my eyes wide open, and the tilt of my head that I'm holding up? Okay, so we looking like a crackhead right now. Perfectly. This is exactly why I came here with you, to help you in your hour of need, and to get away for the weekend, but still, hour of need. It's true, Juniper has helped me get through a lot, but beyond generalities, I think she specifically wanted to make it up to me for the whole job offer situation. It's nice to have her here. We're not going to let a little thing like that stay as a sticking point between us. So, what's the plan? Huh? We can't just stand around all day, Nomura. There's a lot of ground we need to cover to make your funplex a success. How are we going to attack this? What's the first move? I was just going to sort of play it all by ear. You didn't plan for this? Like, at all? I was too busy lying awake all night stressing out to worry about planning things. Look, I'm new at event management, much less event promotion. Nomura. Well, let's start with this. Juniper swings her book bag off her shoulders and crouches on the ground. She opens it up and pulls out a stack of papers. Hold these. I cradle them in my arms. Okay, I'm holding these. What are these exactly? Flyers, silly. The ones you wanted for promoting your big event. I managed to print off quite a few before the boss started giving me weird looks. Why are copier rules always so strict in office jobs? It's just paper, and I needed it. I flip a sheet over and I start to remember. It was about 2 weeks ago. Ashley and I were holding down the fort that day. Gavin locked himself in the office and told me that if I bothered him for anything other than an emergency, that I would not live to regret it. Francine stayed home that day. She was marathoning a competitive knitting show or something like that. Naomi was out shopping for some extra parts. The Dig Dug trademark machine was acting up again. The buttons were sticking from some kid spilling a slushie on it. Ooh. So what started as a pretty boring day in an empty funplex changed rapidly. When Teo came into the funplex carrying an armload of giant rolled up posters. Heyo, Nomura. Heyo, Ashley. Welcome home, Teo. Good morning, my fair Teo. How's art thou? Only so freaking excited. I might explode into 1,000 bits. Please don't. That'd be an awful mess to clean up. We don't nearly have enough hydrogen peroxide to get out the bloodstains, and I don't have a plastic tub full of lye to dissolve your body parts in. What the frick? Are we secretly a serial killer? Not to mention the years of therapy Nomura and I will have to go through to get over how horrible it would be to watch your friend die violently in front of you. I just can't afford it. Damn. I mean, she's not wrong. Therapy is quite expensive.
Sheesh.
It's just a turn of phrase. Chill. Oh no, we freaked him out. I'm not going to literally explode. But, guess what's happening in 2 weeks? It's something huge for us. Are they showing a compilation of internet cat videos at the movie quad? Please, please tell me we are finally going to replace the blindly horrid casino-like carpet beneath our feet. Hey, I like the carpet. It's fun. No, and no. Okay, I guess I've teased it enough. Teo took the poster he was clutching and unraveled them before us. It's Max time! The heck? Bring your quarters, the largest arcade gaming festival is here, Max. July 6 to 8, 20XX. Tweeter! They have Tweeter!
Oh my gosh!
No. Max? Max is already here?
Oops.
Frick, I thought I wasn't for another month. This means I gotta double down on my cosplay production. Say goodbye to sleeping for the next 2 weeks. I've got so much to do now. I know, right? I still have to meet with all the dancers and work on our synchronized dance routine. Nearly not enough to perfect it. And I have to find a good time and place for an international Showtime stage community gathering. I still have to finish hand sewing all the embellishments to my tailcoat. Find or make a decent pocket watch. And start and finish my 3rd cosplay. Jeez. Death, take me now. Wait, can we go back a minute? What exactly is Max? The best gaming convention ever. Did you both plan to say that in unison? Regardless, I'm still mostly confused. It required further exposition. Max is the Mega Arcade Expo, an annual arcade gaming convention. It happens every year around this time, over on the West Coast. But this year, they're having a Max right here in our city, and it's going to be the biggest one yet. I always go every year and show off my newest cosplay. It's a great way to meet a whole bunch of other arcade people. And catch up with those who you haven't seen since the last convention. It's so much fun. Okay, yes, okay. I see why you're both excited. Sounds cool. Yep, and I was thinking we could put up some Max posters around the Funplex, too, you know? Get all the locals hyped about it. That's a splendid idea, Teo. Finally, an East Coast Max. We gotta make sure everyone knows about it. That we do. Teo, Ashley, and I spent the half an hour putting up posters around the Funplex. We plastered as many surfaces as we could without making it look too obscene. While we kept pushing pins into the wall, Teo and Ashley kept telling me stories of past Maxes and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious, at the very least. Hard for me to avoid ending up in the hype train. Choo-choo. Oh my gosh. But importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. As the Funplex newly minted event manager, I had to be on the lookout for opportunities like these. The very first Max on the East Coast. It'd be perfect. Hey, can we promote the Funplex event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we could convince some out-of-towners to stick around for it. Ooh, that's the one you've been working on, right, Nomura? Yeah, I've got ideas for tournaments, token discounts, much to Gavin's displeasure, and more. And we'll be revealing the new game we got from the raid. I see, and do you have a name for this grand event yet? Yeah, Nomura, what is it called? I've been thinking long and hard on coming up with the perfect name. But I think I figured it out. Are you ready? Am I? The suspense is killing us. The Funplex event will be called the Funplex Rising. Oh boy. Oh no, oh, we can actually change it. Oh shoot, we could actually change the name for it? What do I want to change it to? Funplex Rising. Hmm. Maybe we'll do the Funplex Extravaganza. Funplex Extravaganza. Extravaganza. I'm pretty sure that's not how you properly spell it, but you know what? I typed in extravaganza. Za. It would end with a Z. Extravagan. I'm dumb. Bruh. Oh my god. Za. Oh my gosh. Extravagan. No, there needs to be an N. N-Z-A. Okay, I got it. I got it. There you go. The Funplex Extrava. Oh my god, it's too big. Oh no. Do we have to put Funplex in it? Bruh. Funplex. Funnel. No, I'm gonna name it Funneloopoza. 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 Why? I have no idea. I was thinking of calling it Funneloopoza. How does that sound, I wonder? That works. No, try again. No, that works. We shall call it Funneloopoza. What do you think? Hey? Hey? Oh, I do so love it. It's perfect. Really? You named it Funneloopoza? There are worse things you could have called it. It is kind of catchy though. Nice work, friend. Huh, thanks, C2. So, how do I get tickets to Max? How can we advertise there? And how much would it all cost? I'm still living off pizza bagels, you know. You mean you don't already have your tickets? They sell out like on day one, my friend. Actually, they sell out in about 20 minutes on day one, and all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. What? No. My greatest plans foiled. Beep beep, Namora. While you were all talking, I located all the scalpers who were selling tickets online at exorbitant prices. Then I hacked into their IP addresses, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which would make their lives very difficult if they got out into the open. Jesus Christ, Iris. After contacting them, I promised I wouldn't leak such sensitive materials onto the internet in exchange for selling us tickets at their original prices. And they gladly oblige. Such nice humans. Oh my gosh, Iris is a threat. I transferred the funds from your account to theirs and secured the tickets. You should be getting an email for 2 Max tickets in approximately 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she's very stressed from her job and could use a mini vacation. Oh, so the irises, like, they talk to each other, huh? I mean, I guess it makes sense if, like, you know how when you put contacts onto your phone, I guess maybe that's how they communicate with one another. Huh. Okay, but, Iris? That's kind of known as blackmail. What you just did is technically very, very illegal. Don't worry, Namora. I erase all possible leads back to you. You'll be fine. And it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do. Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her, even if we need to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, fine, but next time let's do it without any federal crimes, okay? Okay, it's a promise. Regardless, hey, tickets. Now you can go. Sweet. And I'm not going to pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruin events like Max. Also, while I was procuring your tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex's Facewall account. It hasn't been updated in exactly 13 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex social media presence is completely non-existent. Wait, we have a Facewall account? I mean, that does make sense, but still I had no clue of its existence. I sorta run it. I'm really bad at keeping up on it, though. That sounds like it would be a Gavin's thing. Why isn't he in charge of it? Haha, Gavin couldn't care less about social media. He says that, and I quote, social media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance, and I'm not going to waste my time with it. That also sounds like Gavin. Yep, and Francine is too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi is way too busy with all her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as Iris stated, I haven't been doing a great job at it. Well, we should take advantage of it for this. We can use the Facewall account to spread the word of Funneloopoza. Blah blah blah. You're completely right. I should work harder at it. Or if you want, you could take it over. As the event manager, that makes sense. Take over Funplex Facewall, let Ashley continue with Facewall. You know what? If we are now the event manager, it makes more sense for us to take over any promotions and such. So we're gonna take over the Funplex's Facewall. I really should take on this responsibility. It can only benefit the Funplex. And Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right, I got this. Ashley, can you email me the login info? Yep and yep. Ashley pulls out her phone and fiddles with it for a minute. Login, get. Congratulations, you are the new owner of our social media accounts. Huzzah, the power's all mine. Mine. Ashley, are you sure you want to give Namora this much power? If the fact that she threw her heads back and cracked isn't sign enough, I don't know what else is. I'm not worried one bit. Excellent. Namora, I can help the Funplex keep up with the Facewall too. I can program times posted and use effective keywords to get the most out of each post. SEO is one of my many talents. That'd be helpful. Actually, just, don't break any laws. Understood. Do I have permission to access your contacts on your Facewall? Sure. And there. I sent out notifications to everyone in your friends list and your friends' list from Funneloopoza. That was fast. No joke. One more thing. Your site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Sometimes I just don't understand your sentient beings. Your Iris does make a good point. We should totally come up with a poster for our event. We can hand them out at Max too. And of course, put them up around the arcade. Okay. The arcade isn't too hectic today. Ashley, if you can watch the floor, I can go design us a sweet flyer to pass out to the congoers. It is time to deploy my mad artist skills. Sounds like a plan. Let's make this the best Max ever. One we will never forget. Alright. I spent the rest of the afternoon working hard on having the perfect design for our posters. Well, a design for our poster at any rate. Alright, I'm gonna save right here. Hooray. Penguin. Which brings me back around to the stack of papers currently in my arms. Which do not in fact resemble the poster I designed. Oh, who messed with the design? Oh, I took the liberty of tuning your poster just a little bit. Oh, she puts in the thing. Funneloopoza, mystery rare game reveal. I score contests all day, all games. Fist of Discomfort, the tournament. Whoopie World Recognition exhibition. And changing the font selection and picking out new clip art and rearranging everything and using a poppier color scheme. But I liked my original design. Namora, you use Cosmic Sans and Papyrus. Oh my god. Comic Sans is cool, right? It looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And Papyrus was in that movie with the blue cat, people, aliens, everybody loved. Take it from a wannabe visual designer, Comic Sans is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone, but these new flyers are gonna pull people in from the four corners of the globe. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess these are kinda not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay, they're superior by every convincible metric. I didn't know you were an artist, Juniper. I'm not really, I mean, I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, like, make art for a living, right? I couldn't, Anyway, if that stack isn't enough, I also emailed you a copy of the original file. Just take it to a copy shop or something, they can run off more. Publishing document get. So back to the point at hand, getting the information to the masses. Maybe if we just start yelling, "Hey, you guys." Several people turn around and look at us confusedly. Juniper! I mean, I would too if I was being yelled at. What? Yelling is probably not the best way to get our word out. And I'm actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised that they would help me, so I think I'll just hang out until they arrive. As you like, it seems my work here is done. Damn, what did you do? You just came with me, printed my flyers for me, and you're not going to do anything else? Wow, such a great friend that I have. Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it. You Funplex folks fling some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I wanted to attend. How to get your foot in the door of the arcade art industry. I mean, not that I'm seriously thinking about it. Just, you know, it's interesting and stuff. Later. Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Nomura. Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks into the crowd. Growing up, I always knew that arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of it all really didn't stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people all coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I muster enough courage to wade my way through several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually, I find a safe space, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Tio and Ashley are running late, I have some time to fully take in my surroundings, in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see. It all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are all set up for all the major arcade companies, each table vying for the attention of the crowd. Some have spaces set up with stages, flashing lights, and people throwing t-shirts into lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything. Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. There are even lines to get into other lines. And they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes at the whole story for a coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours just to play a game that'll be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance, it's godlike. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as the crowd areas. Music pumps out of several different booths, making it a weird mashup of notes and chiptunes. There's even a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. As I contemplated how I'm going to attract all these people to Funnelooza, I hear sounds of very loud and very upbeat music from behind me. I feel the bumping of the bass reverberate through my shoes and I turn around. Of course. Namora! Teo sets down a colossal boombox at his feet. I recognize the music now. It's from Showtime's stage, and Teo is pumping his signature song. I motion for him to turn down the music, and he complies. The last thing I need to do is lose my voice from shouting before I even got the chance to talk to anybody. Hey. Sorry I'm late. I had some last-minute dance moves I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite Max's many attempts to trample me, I have survived thus far. Yeah, looks like you're significantly non-trampled. Nicely done. Don't congratulate me yet. We still have the rest of the day to endure. What's the boombox, by the way? Oh, this? It's for Showtime stage gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us from all over the world. I didn't realize that there's Showtime stage communities in other countries. We're actually the second biggest community. The largest is in Japan. Several players flew all the way from Tokyo just to be part of our Showtime stage flash mob. Wow. Is this really the best place for a flash mob? What? Yes, I want to join in. How did you even arrange this? Yeah, it's a little questionable. Is this really the best place for a flash mob? There's so many people here, and impromptu giant dancing crowds like it could get a little complicated. An epic battle of crowds. There could be bumping, fist pumping, who knows what will happen when the music starts. Unsafe at any BPM. Flash mob? Here? Really? Doesn't that sound dangerous? Namora, you're thinking too much of it. It's going to be fine. This isn't my first flash mob, you know? It's not? Nah, and it's all gone off without a hitch. No deaths, even. I've been planning this for months, and it's taken coordination from all the leaders of all the Showtime groups. There was a lot of work from all sides to make this come together. Now all that's left is to actually do it. In fact, Nomura, you should come watch. Oh, what the heck? I was about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. Oh my god. Where did Ashley get the mustache? Did she cut her own hair to do that? That's crazy. Is this supposed to be a Black Butler reference? Cause I'm all in for it. He wore a black proper tailcoat with an ornate sigil pinned onto his breast. Accompanying his suit, he had fashioned himself with the white regal gloves. With a cloth draped over his arms, he held tightly onto an antique tea kettle. As he approached, the crowd parted like waves for Moses. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people pulled out their phones to get a quick picture of him. Like the rest of the crowd, I was taken aback of how immaculate this butler was. Absolute perfection. I felt like I had time warped back to the 1800s and about to have tea with royalty. He stepped up to me and Teo and gave us a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculously out of place, but not at an arcade convention. He's a character from a hot fighting game called Melee Maidens. Really? I would have expected Black Butler. It's all about ninja maids and battle butlers duking it out for the right to serve a fancy party or something. What the heck? Oh my, I think I'm in love. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Something's familiar about this butler. If we say, oh my, I think I'm in love, would that start a relationship route? No. We're gonna go tea, Earl Grey, hot. Shaken, not stirred. This cosplayer is decked out in full butler regalia, teapot and all. I think I'll play along in this charade. Just in time, the dilithium crystals are busted and the replicators are on the fritz. Number 1, make it so. Namora, it's me. Huh? How does my mystery butler know my name? Do I have a stalker who is also a butler? What if we work together? Uh-huh. Did Francine hire someone and not tell me about it? How long have Gavin, Naomi, and Ashley? Took you long enough, jeez. The confused look on your face. Ha! Where did she put the teapot? Did she just drop it on the floor? Priceless. Have you never seen Ashley's cosplay before? Possibly. Probably not. What's crossplay? It's when you cosplay as another gender. Oh, okay, Ashley. Seriously, you look completely different. I didn't even recognize you. I'm sorry I let you think otherwise for a minute, but it was all good and fun. No worries, it's pretty impressive work. Oh, it's not impressive at all. I mean, I could have done a much better job at sewing the coattails, and I need to be like 5 inches taller, and I didn't go to the gym enough before this. You can't change any of that now, and honestly, it looks fine. Regardless, the cosplay parade is starting soon, and I need to get over there. You should come with me. Hey now, Namora was going with me to the Showtime stage gathering. Well, whatever Namora wants to do, it's her choice. That's fair. Either way, it'd be a good opportunity to promote Funneloopoza to one crowd or another. So, would you like to come with me to the cosplay parade? Or join me in the flash mob? Huh. Go with Ashley to the cosplay parade or go with Teo to the flash mob? Okay. So, if we go with Teo and if it's a flash mob, I feel like it would be dangerous for us to like pass out flyers. So I feel like someone will bump into us and then we drop all the flyers and then no one's going to want to care because they all trample on it. But if we go with Ashley to the cosplay parade, it'd be pretty cool to see like other people wearing different cosplays, and at least it'll be probably easier to like hand out the flyers. Shoot, let's give the flyers to Ashley and she can hand it out herself. Yeah, we'll go with Ashley to the cosplay parade. Huzzah, this way. Bye, Teo. Ashley led the way as we weaved between people in the crowd. We traveled past through the largest exhibit hall to get to the cosplayer gathering. Ashley had mentioned it was in the Pac-Man trademark theater, which meant risking our lives for the most densely packed hall of the entire con. And I thought the main hall was bad, but this was 1,000 times worse. At one point they announced that the show floor had just opened up, and a huge rush of people came straight for us. It gave me flashbacks to the one time I worked shoe shop retail over the holidays. The horror. The horror. The gamer stampede came straight toward us. Wide-eyed and groping hands, I thought for sure I was going to get trampled to death. But at the last second, Ashley pulled me to safety. You gotta be more careful, Namora. Don't lose sight of me. She points to her eyes and then back to mine, our eyes now locked forever in a mythical eye-locking spell. Eventually, after several more attempts on my life through various death by copious amounts of people, we made our way to the Pac-Man trademark theater. Ooh, the theater was huge, capable of packing in several hundred people. Most of those seats were already taken too, and people were miling around the auditorium aisles. My floor attendant senses dedicated this as a fire hazard, but a huge stage had been set up in front of us, where normally there'd be a table for the speakers, like in a panel discussion forum. Since the theater is so large, they place projector screens on either side of the stage, so whatever is happening can be seen by those sitting in the back row. It's safe to assume that this is one of the auditoriums, save for the more popular panels, and now the cosplay parade. Ashley, what exactly is a cosplay parade? I'm so glad you asked, Namora. It's where all the cosplayers get together, line up, and show off their latest creations for the masses on the theater stage up front there. Now that I think about it, kind of self-explanatory, right? Sometimes they even give prizes to the best cosplayers, but this one is pretty chill. No prizes? Not even a shiny plastic cup to heft over your head? Haha, maybe one day. Today we are here to appreciate each other's talents and have fun. Before I could interject again, Ashley runs over to a person dressed as a maid. It looks very uniform to Ashley's butler cosplay. Maybe they're from the same game. Oh my gosh, I absolutely adore your Mia from Melee Maidens. It's totally cute, and your sword, incredible. Thank you, I made it from craft foam and warbler. It only took like 30 hours to do. That's so professional looking, dang. And I can't get over how dapper your Angus is. The details you put into his pocket watch are phenomenal. I actually found the watch at a thrift shop and then just molded the extra embellishments on with clay. This went on for some time. I felt it would be rude to interrupt Ashley when she's obviously having so much fun being a part of her community. As they continued to chat about making costumes, I noted that more and more cosplayers were filling into the theater. For once in my life, I actually felt uncomfortable wearing my usual comfy as heck hoodie. I felt underdressed compared to all the Melee Maiden cosplayers. Seriously, was this a costume ball or a black tie gala? Not even mentioning the congregation of feathers, capes, prop weapons, and wings. And someone in a giant Moopy costume made out of the square foam pixels. Percy would be delighted to see that. Oh god, don't tell me it's actually Percy. Okay, no. For all the visual chaos, the vibe remained pretty chill and friendly, just folks sharing a common joy in dressing up as someone else. Eventually, Ashley parted from her conversation to check on me. Sorry, Namora. Sometimes I get so swept up in it all. I get it. Back at the Funplex, you mentioned that you can only see some of your friends here at these cosplay events. Oh yeah, cosplayers travel all the time. More than other gaming communities, I bet. Do you know everyone here? Oh no, I know I'm good amount of people here, but everyone? Nah. It sure seems like you do. I've seen at least 30 people come up and compliment your butler. Hey, nice Angus. Love the tailcoat. Thankies. See what I mean? You're mega popular. You think we can spin that into some kind of cosplay event at Funneloopoza? Hey, great idea. We can have a real cosplay contest. And I'm gonna win. What's this? Competitive, Ashley? You've been taking notes from Queen Bee, haven't you? What? Don't tell me you saw us practicing in the bathroom the other day. Oop. I didn't. But now I can't get that image out of my mind. We ladies gotta stick together. Ladies helping ladies. Am I right? So right. Our chuckles were interrupted by one of Mac's attendants. If you are participating in the cosplay parade, I need you to gather in the backstage green room. I repeat, all cosplayers proceed to the green room. Like a slow herd of brightly colored sheep, Ashley and I moved to the next room to join the rest of the cosplayers. When we got to the front of the line, the attendant stopped me, dead in my tracks. Cosplayers only, no handlers, unless you are visibly holding up something. Handlers? Oh. Hey, Namora. Ashley tilts her head as if to signal me to step aside. Excuse us, we'll be right back. If you want to be part of the parade, you have to be back here in the next 20 minutes. I step out of line and stand next to Ashley, who is digging through her bag. I was hoping it wasn't going to come to this, but I feel like this is our only option. Ashley pulls out a surprisingly fancy and elegant maid outfit, and then hands it to me. Oh no. I need you to wear this. Yes, sign me up. I am made to order. What the frick? Wait, you just happen to have this? No, I'm not dressing up as a maid. Is the maid outfit her so-called third option? Oh god. Yeah, let's just question it if she just whipped it out of her backpack. Wait, you just happen to have this? This is all too convenient that Ashley has a maid cosplay just tucked away, roughly in my size, prepared for something like this. I'm on to you. What do you mean? First of all, why exactly do I need to wear this? Secondly, you planned for this, didn't you? And lastly, you just wanted to see me in a maid outfit. One, you need to wear this to get on stage as part of the cosplay parade. A moment in the spotlight would help you spread the word about Funneloopoza, right? We're better in the biggest auditorium at Max. Two, I did plan for this, sometimes. Handlers aren't allowed on stage with their cosplayers, and I need to get you. Ashley pointed to me and then to the theater stage. On there. Three, yes, duh. But I'm not going to force you to do something you don't want to do. If you don't want to take the spotlight with me, don't worry. I'll still help promote the event. It's totally up to you, okay? And no hard feelings either way. Well, this would be a terrific opportunity for me to promote my event. Is it a bit personal embarrassment, the price I pay? Or should I just leave that to her? I guess I don't mind wearing the costume. Sorry, this isn't just for me. No, we're gonna do it. I mean, if you look at, looking at one person cosplay as something is cool, but if they have, friends or a group who does, a whole themed cosplay, it's way much cooler. So I guess I don't mind wearing the costume. I can't say I'm totally thrilled, but, well, why not? I'm willing to do it to get the word out. Count me in. Great, trust me, this will be tons of fun. Let's do it. We made our way to the nearest bathrooms, and I changed into the maid outfit. I struggled to figure out all the clasps and what velcros to what, but Ashley took the time to help me get situated. Once we were done, we headed backstage, which I'd say resembled the Funplex's break room. But hey, same purpose, same function. You were made for this? Oh no. They didn't want to recreate a different background, so they just used the same one. That's funny. Let me save, and then let me also get some water. Okay. Here, the cosplayers lie in wait for the big show to start, including one particular butler and a new minty maid. Whee! You look so cute! I wish I looked half as cute as you do in this. But seriously, you are going to have to do this with me more often. You make a perfect Alice. Alice? Right, I forgot you know nothing of melee maidens. Alice is the head maid of the Neko Manor. Okay. So Angus, that's me, and Alice, that's you, are siblings, fighting alongside each other to prevent other maids and butlers from taking over their estate. They fight for Lady Niece. Oh, and I almost forgot. Ashley pulls out more costume stuff from her pack. This time, it's a set of cat ears and a tail. Alice is a cat girl. What? But you don't have cat ears, and I thought we were siblings. Spoilers. You don't find out that they are siblings until after you beat Angus's story arc. When the game starts, Angus has amnesia, and after you win, Alice appears and tells you everything. Angus's power is unleashed and he becomes his old catboy self. It also unlocks an extra skin you can play with, but now we've gotten very far off track. Satisfied? Any more questions? I think that covers it. Ashley fastens the cattail off the back of the maiden dress and places the headband on my head. With the costume finalized, I take a long, hard look in the mirror. Oh, why are we so buff? Why do we look buff as fuck? And okay, it's not half bad. It's definitely not me, but I can live with this. But we are buff as shit. What the heck? Oh, good. Katie and Steph are here. Bruh, honestly, I think we would have looked better in the butler outfit. Who? They're a couple of my good cosplay friends, and they are way more talented than me even. And they just so happen to be the MCs for the cosplay parade. Ashley waves over to them and they smile, waving back. I talked with them earlier. After the parade, they'll let us come up on stage and talk about Funneloopoza. Whoa, really? Really. Thank you so much, Ashley. That'll help a ton. Yeah, it helps to know people sometimes. We found a few other cosplayers who's dressed up as other Melee Maiden characters, and we all formed up into a group. Even though we were together, Ashley and I kept to ourselves save for pleasantries. As we chatted away, the Max attendant came back to give us a final warning before we went on stage. Everyone, listen up. We got 10 minutes before the parade. Make sure you're all ready to go. I think I'm experiencing performance anxiety. My heart rate increased and I feel flushed. This pressure to look perfect, it's too much. Ashley, do I look okay? Are my ears on straight? What about the tail? You look fine, trust me. You are the best cat girl maid I've ever seen. I bet you say that to all your cosplay friends. Damn. I don't. Honest. Well, I think that your, what did you call it? Crossplay? It's fantastic. Why did you choose to crossplay as Angus anyway? I would have expected you to be the one of the other fancy maids.
Crossplay because that's what makes me feel most comfortable. At first, I dressed as various boys because I adored those characters so much, you know? But the more I did it, the more I had fun with it. The more I began to feel like me. And then I wanted to do it more and more. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that means in relation to who I am, and that's the confusing part. But I guess that's all part of the journey about finding out more about myself. I know it's hard to understand, but just know that I'm working on being happy with myself. And one day, I'll be able to put words into what I'm feeling. But until then, I'll enjoy the ride.
I see. Hope I didn't pressure you into oversharing just now.
I wouldn't have shared it if I didn't feel comfortable with you. I mean this with all my heart. You are a cherished friend.
Oh, we made such a big impact on her already that we are now a cherished friend. Well, gosh, thanks, Ashley. I really appreciate the trust you put in me. I won't let you down. Cosplayers, the time is nigh. Once again, the attendant started barking orders at us. We all shuffled into another line, like how we were told to do earlier, and slowly we all began filling out of the room. The closer we got to the stage doors, the more I feel the nerves creep in. Where next? Melee Maidens group, go. Now. Ashley looks over at me, just beaming. This is her life, her everything. Take a deep breath, Namora. I close my eyes, taking in as much air as I can. I hold it in for a long moment before exhaling. I open my eyes slowly and take a step into the Pac-Man, trademark, theater and onto stage. I'm following Ashley, who is following the rest of the maid and butler crew. Once all of us are on stage, the MCs announces us as the Melee Maidens group. As I look out in front of us, I can see a completely packed theater. It's hard to make out specific faces due to the stage lights, but I can see the outline of hundreds of people. A rush of adrenaline surges through my body, and I look over to Ashley. A proper butler, she takes each step with purpose and elegance. She isn't breaking character for anything. Not all cheers in the audience, not all the people smiling and laughing around her. She is Angus, and she is owning it. The announcer asks us to strike a pose on 3, 2, 1. Fighting pose, Coy flirting, polite curtsy. Well, as a maid. Yeah, they're called they fight. So we could do a fighting pose. Coy flirting. Uh, a cutesy cat girl pose. Oh no. That'd be weird, especially if we're standing next to the brother. We'll do a polite curtsy because that seems like what it fits best. I curtsy with all grace and elegance of someone with absolutely no formal maid training whatsoever. Works out okay enough though. We finish holding our poses long enough for everyone in the audience to get a good amount of pictures of us. And once a sufficient amount of snaps have been snapped, an MC instructs us to stay on the stage, passing Ashley a microphone for the big Funneloopoza announcement. Thank you, everyone. It means so much to us that you could join my sister Alice and I here at Neko Manor. As you know, we adore organizing exuberant galas at Lady Nissa's estate. However, Alice and I are planning a very extravagant event at a very extravagant location. Go on, Alice. Tell them everything. Ashley hands the mic to me. Watching her never break character has inspired me to play along too. That's right, Angus. Next weekend we'll be hosting a costume contest at Francine's Arcade Funplex at the Twin Pines Mall. It's all part of Funneloopoza along with the Fist of Discomfort tournament, a world record attempt on Moopy's Magical Maze, and the reveal of a rare and mysterious game. Oh my, first time the public will ever have seen it? You know it, brother. This isn't the event to miss. It will be the most noteworthy event of the season. And remember, this is a private affair, so please, only tell your closest friends. Ashley winks to the audience before bowing. Damn. Another rush of cheers fill the theater as we walk off stage for a second time. The MCs give their closing words and dismiss the audience. As people begin exiting the auditorium, I feel my phone vibrate in my hidden dress pocket. At first, it was just a couple vibrations, but before I could realize what was happening, my phone started seizing. What the? I pulled my phone from my pocket and saw that the Funplex face wall had over 1,000 shiny new likes. No, really, what? The hell. The cosplay parade is a huge part of every Max and generates thousands of photos and articles online. Also, it was being live streamed. Ashley, you failed to mention that part. Well, you seemed so nervous and I didn't want to make it worse. And that act you pulled just now has generated a 700% increase of traffic on our site. I also gobbled up some paid keywords, so if anyone posts about cosplay at Max, they will see an ad for Funneloopoza. Pretty genius, right? Quickly I scanned my own face wall, and even people I knew who weren't arcaders were talking up a storm about it. I also could hear cosplayers discussing it as we waited for the auditorium to clear out. I can't wait till next weekend. That Funneloopoza thing sounds like a blast. I'm totally going to that Funplex place. Do I want to wear my next cosplay there? Nomura, we did it. I had lots of fun for me too, Ashley. Don't count yourself out. We make a pretty great team. It was great to hear all the buzz around the cosplay community, and Iris really helped with the social media aspect. I can't believe it was that easy. I mean, tiring, but easy. That was great fun and all, but I'm completely exhausted. Me too. I need a break from all this. Some time to collect my thoughts and rest my eyes from all those flashing lights. I'm still seeing spots. You hear that? Gavin and Naomi are running a pop-up arcade for the Funplex? A bunch of other local arcades are doing the same over in Hall B. It might be worth stopping by there for a breather with some friends. And make sure they aren't slacking. That sounds like a solid plan. You want to come with me? Not quite yet. I need to do some touch-ups on my makeup. How about I meet you there later? Great. See you soon. Wait, so are we leaving with the cat maid outfit on? I wave bye to Ashley as I make my way towards the restrooms to get changed back into my usual clothes for the time being. Oh, okay. And then it's off to the exhibit hall B on the lookout for Gavin's serious face or Naomi's kind one. Let's see. Exhibit hall B. It very much resembles exhibit hall A, where I started my day. Industry types, dealers, swag, crowds. But there's definitely more actual arcade games here, as local places have set up pop-up arcades all over the place. It's hard to notice the smaller displays with the giant garnish Deco's Palace display eating up the center, but I managed to crawl my way around the edges to find... Oh boy. Well now, pretty much everybody else in the crew, save for Francine. Teo and Ashley are still off hanging out with their respective communities. I've got some time. Maybe I can bend someone's ear. Meanwhile, let's see what everybody is doing right now. Gavin's reading the news, bored out of his mind. Naomi's fixing up a busted Galaga. She could use a break. Percy's idly playing a round of Nibbler. Queen Bee looks worried and agitated. I guess we'll talk to Queen Bee. Why is she biting her lip? Queen Bee looks stressed out, just loitering around, not playing games. Hey, Oh, hey kid. How's Max treating you? Decently. And you? You look kind of frazzled.
Well...
Oh, me? Haha. I'm totally okay. Well... Yeah, okay, no. I'm in the loser's bracket. Meaning... The big FOD tournament they're hosting here at Max. I advanced from pools, but I'm in the loser's bracket. If I lose one more match, I'm out. Finished. Dead. A loser. I get it. Right now, I'm just sitting around waiting to be called up for my next match. Trying not to worry and failing miserably. It sucks. It seriously sucks. Allow me to provide a service to our valued customer and distract you. Then, wanna talk? Yeah, sure. Why the frick not? Damn. Why you gotta cuss at me? What'd I do? Excuse me. We ambled on around behind the Funplex display to a neat little corner wedged between two other industry booths. A good spot for a quietish chat.
Don't worry about me, okay? This sort of stress is healthy. A good competitor feeds off stress as nourishment, grows strong, powerful. I've been in the loser's bracket before and gotten all the way to the finals. Tournaments are my thing.
Frankly, it's when you aren't worried that you make mistakes. You get cocky, overconfident, you screw up. You? Cocky? Never. Cocky as a defensive mechanism is different from cocky out of apathy. You seal yourself with one, you let important things slip with that other. You feel me, kid? Claim you can take on the world, and maybe you really can. Wouldn't keeping it level-headed work better? Don't think I could have boundless confidence if I tried. I feel like for her, claim the world and then maybe you really can. I feel like she has that confidence boost to motivate her own self. So if she were to like state this for herself, I feel like she would give herself the motivation and boost to like actually do better. So claim you can take on the world and maybe you really can. I think I get it. You fix yourself squarely in the mindset that you can destroy all corners and it gives you the mojo you need to actually do it. There you go, exactly. So having a good day or bad day, you want to go in assuming you'll rock the world. Nailed it. Oh ho ho, we'll make a champion of you yet, kid. Well, a champion floor attendant. Event manager. Whatevs. What, and you're not stressed at all, huh? Well, Yeah, okay, I'll admit it. Things have been stressful with streaming lately. Oh, how so? Because with esports streaming, everything has to be perfect all the goddamn time. It's not like you, where if you miss a stray gum wrapper or the plexiglass isn't polished to a shine, Gavin will let it slide. Clearly you haven't worked for Gavin. Okay, Francine will let it slide. Look, I'm not a metaphor
My point
person.
is, when you're a public figure, an esports competitor, a streamer, an internet sensation, you gotta hustle. 100% hustle. 110% hustle. You only see folks like me and Teo from backstage. You aren't watching from the audience. Different situation entirely there. There's no room for error. If one thing is wrong, I'll get punished for it, one way or another. If not by
Damn.
the chat, which constantly seeks my blood and salty tears, then by my own team. They're always evaluating my performance. Things go badly enough, my viewer count goes down, and I could lose my sponsorship. Then everything.
Damn. Yeah, damn indeed. No, damn indeed. You see what I mean? Take the world down in flames with you, I say. But you told me your ratings were all-time high. Why put yourself through all of this? Nah. Take the world down in flames with you, I say. Queen Bee is really letting the stress get to her. I should find a way to pump up her spirits. Okay, so it's brutal. Sounds like life has been brutal in general lately. But there is one thing you told me long ago that I'm going to quote back to you. When the world frickin's on you, you take a frickin' on the world. Haha, that's my favorite catchphrase. Well done, kid. You're right. I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. That's what I like to hear. But really, Queen Bee, that all makes sense, but you have to take time for yourself and relax. Easier said than done. I know streamers who take a week off, go on vacation or something, and their subs drop off the face of the earth. But I also know burnout's a serious thing. I do need to take breaks. And if I'm gonna relax, you should follow that same advice, kid. Huh? You're running all over the place pushing your event. I get that this is a big deal for you, in the same way training for it's a big deal for me. But take some me time alongside the you time, you know? I mean, you, me, and you, me, you. I mean, frick it. You know what I mean. She was having a stroke. I don't think I know what she meant. The two of us go our separate ways. Her to rejoin the tournament, me to catch up with Teo and Ashley again, back at the mini funplex. My current status, sitting, and enjoying it. It took a few minutes of searching and stalking, but eventually I found an open seat in the pop-up arcade. While I sit satisfying, the rest of everything else is miserable. My feet are sore from walking all over, and I don't remember the last time I ate. I feel dehydrated, and I have a slight headache from all the noise. And there are still 4 more hours of max left. Oh, if Gavin saw me in my current state. Leaning back, arms at my side, completely exhausted. I can picture it clearly. He'd be looming over me with his dark, unfiltered eyes. He would lean in close and frown, grumbling. He'd say, Namora, may I remind you, these seats are for patrons only. I audibly sighed just thinking about it. As luck would have it, though, Gavin and Naomi are huddled over the Galaga trademark cabinet, trying to figure out why the monitor's not working. Freedom. My buns are experiencing the best freedom has to offer. And while my body feels like it could collapse at any moment, I feel good about it. Right? Getting the word out about Funneloopoza was great. Seeing people's face light up with excitement is why I'm really here. Plus, spending time with Ashley was an added bonus. She's certainly not got passion to spare. I smiled to myself. The pain in my heels and the grumbling in my tummy. Worth it. While enjoying the respite, I let my eyes close for a moment, and of course, the second I do that, I hear footfalls closing in. Oh boy. There you are, Namora. We've been looking all over for you. But we were specifically going to meet back up here at the Funplex pop-up arcade. Yes, but we didn't expect you to be tucked in the darkest corner of the arcade. I'm hiding from Gavin. He'll put me to work if he sees me. Hiding behind the pinball machines is probably not the smartest choice then. You know how much he loves pinball. Every spare moment he thinks no one is watching him is spent getting that high score. I have so many candid pictures on my phone of him playing pinball. You have to show me, like right now. Yes, his concentration face is so cute. Before I could even react, Ashley has her phone out and is scrolling through pictures of Gavin. Ahem. Both look up at me guilty. Don't we have more important matters? Max is over in a few hours, and we have a lot of work left to do. You're right, Namora. Please don't tell Gavin. Your secret is safe with me. Right, so, business time. I think I got something. Go on. I have a friend, and she's an indie arcade developer. The new title she's been working on is amazing. It's got co-op. It's got competition. It's got magical schoolgirls. Now you're talking. It's got it all. Wait, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this game. Is it called Magical Moon Cuties? Yeah, that's the one, and she's thinking about premiering it at Funneloopoza. Oh my gosh, it would be cooler than cool. It sounds interesting enough. Might make for another fun game for people to play. Definitely. My friend is somewhat renowned in the indie scene, and the game's been in development for years. I'm sure it would create some buzz at least. Are you kidding, Teo? We'd be the talk of the arcade world. I do like being the talk of the world size things. Let's go check it out. I stand up, invigorated by the news. As I started walking back toward the hall with Teo, I hear a call from behind me. Wait! I turn around and see Ashley standing there, fidgeting. Her green eyes are darting back and forth nervously. Ashley? I, too, have a plan. She motions for us to come back towards her, which we do. What's your idea, Ashley? She puts an arm around Teo and the other one around me, huddling the three of us together. So, what I'm proposing might not be the most legal course of action. Do I even want to know? You've seen the huge monitors hanging from the ceiling in the middle of the major halls, right? How could I miss them? They constantly bombarding us with ads and false hopes of high-quality convention food. No matter how amazingly tempted that $9 hot dog looks on the big screen, don't even think about it. Exactly my point. Everyone is looking at it. I know a way to sneak into the back area. All we have to do is break into the main communication center and upload the flyer Nomura made into the rotation. You want to do what? Keep your voice down, Teo. You want us to get us arrested for being an accomplice? It's a genius plan. Everyone at the Max will see our name in lights. Okay, so yeah, that's a less than illegal way of getting the word out. But I have to admit, you've got me intrigued, and it definitely worked, but I don't know. Trust me. Of course we need to go in disguise. I'm already nicely disguised, but Nomura would need to switch into something way more distracting. Why more distracting, exactly? To distract from your face, of course. What I'm trying to say is people will remember the costume, not the person wearing it. Which means, May Nomura rides again. I knew it. Come on, you did so great on stage. Think of this as your encore. How about it? Let's not forget about Magical Moon Cuties. It's a valid alternative. Both options are valid, honestly. Splashy advertising would certainly drive foot traffic, even if getting it up there would be dodgy. Importantly, Iris could help us do it safely without anyone noticing, safer than Ashley going off on her own to try this unadvisable stunt. But a highly anticipated indie title might do the trick and result in far less shell time. Teo, let's go check out Magical Moon Cuties. Ashley, fetch my maid outfit. It's heist time. I think this time we'll actually go with Teo because I feel like it's a two birds in one stone if we go talk to his friend. Because if they are even considering going to our events to air their game, we would be the first one to drop it. And if they could give us the game to have in the arcade too, then that just means more money to come in into the arcade itself. So it's a win-win situation. Whereas if we go with Ashley, we wouldn't really get anything out of it besides just the advertisement. But at least with Teo's friend, it's a 2 for 2. So let's go with Teo. Let's go check out Magical Moon Cuties. Ashley, you got this. You don't need any help from me. Honestly, I don't feel like getting carted off to jail today. It's not on my schedule agenda. Plus, I'm pretty sure Ashley can handle breaking and entering all by herself. And yes, I do realize how wrong that sounds, even in my own head. I bet you've seen plenty of heist anime, so much that you can sneak into a natural history museum and steal the world's biggest Faberge egg in the middle of the day. What the heck? It's so random. I got like 12 bobby pins holding this wig on. I won't let you down. That's a wig? It just looks like she just pinned her hair down. I know you won't, and please, try to be careful. Ashley smiles widely before prancing off into a crowd of arcade folk. You can stop worrying, Nomura. Ashley knows exactly what she's doing. That's why I'm worried. Fair enough. Well, shall we go see a lady about an indie game? We shall. Oh boy. As we left the pop-up and traveled deep into the halls of Max, people kept stopping us to say hello to Teo. We'd be happily on our merry little way and then get interrupted by a random person. Oh man, it's Teo. How are you doing? Great, but hey, we are on our way to meet with someone. Let's catch up later. Cool, laters. And this happened every couple minutes. Walking through the convention floor was like walking through a field of landmines, where instead of explosions, it was uncomfortable introductions to people I will probably never see again. Eventually, Teo leads me to the back section of the arcade, games hidden behind all the major company booths, near where he held his dance flash mob. What they set up here is mostly reminiscent to the rest of the Max. Arcade cabinets are closely lined up side by side, making several aisles for gamers to aimlessly wander down. I would have expected to be more used to pushing my way through the things of crowds by now, but nope. Teo and I forced our way through hurtle masses of chittering conversations. As I look around at the different arcade games that surrounded us, I noticed something's off. There are exactly 0 titles that I actually recognize. Dig Dog trademark, Gauntlet trademark, nor Street Fighter trademark. Not even a hint of a pinball game. I was starting to get concerned. Teo, where in Max are we? This is the Indie Mega Arcade. Well, originally they called it the Indie Mega Arcade Expo, but then IMAX trademark sued them. The what? That didn't explain anything to me. What are all these weird games? I understand nothing. If you'll hush those alluring lips of yours for a second, I'd be more than happy to explain. Okay, bro, why you gotta make it weird? Like, we were doing fine up until just now, until you just say that. But I'm gonna save for safety, because Teo's being weird again. Okay, I'm hushing now. Totally and completely hushed. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. The Indie Mega Arcade is a huge area of Max that showcase all the new and upcoming indie games. Indie developers get a chance to show off their stuff, get useful feedback, and maybe get a few people interested in their game along the way. The butler is hot. We're way past that, emo. That's the dream of the indie dev, to make a game that people enjoy playing. I really don't know much about the indie arcade scene, admittedly. Working at the Funplex offers me a crash course in arcade culture. Every day I'm learning about completely new aspects. It does make perfect sense to have an indie game scene. I just never realized that it existed. It's pretty amazing, actually. A community of people who share ideas and passion can't afford mass production runs of games, but they've got a lot of heart, you know? They can't crank out a box for every arcade on Earth, but indie developers are free to make whatever type of game they want. No pressure from a big name company either. Complete and utter creative freedom. Really, anyone can make a game if you put your mind to it. In fact, I bet even you, Nomura, can make an arcade game. What say you? My game would be spectacular. Don't we have other things to focus on now? Yeah, I've toyed with the idea. I actually remember creating a game. Well, it was a group project for my final during my junior year of high school in my game development class. And I am so bad at coding, but no. I am not good at coding. I was more put of designing the elements and aspects of the game, but we made a simple like ingredient, like it was a cooking game where we had to like find the ingredients and throw them in a pot in order to serve people. It was what was it called? A soup kitchen game during the holidays. That was the concept of our idea. But crushing a water bottle. No, I am not the creator of Cooking Mama. I think I've only played one Cooking Mama game. And then when the Wii came out with the little sticks, uh I got Babysitting Mama, and it came with an actual like baby doll that you had to stick the controller in, and like every time you accidentally shake the controller, Mama would just be yelling at you to stop shaking the baby. She would be so aggressive. Which one do we pick? My game would be spectacular. Don't we have other things to focus on right now? Yeah, I've toyed with the idea. Yeah, we'll just go with yeah. I've toyed with the idea. Making my own arcade game is something I remember dreaming about as a child. And recently, it's something I thought about in between exchanging tickets for prizes. Well, hey, who hasn't thought of making their own arcade game? It's totally something I would be interested in. Why not? Oh, tell me more. What kind of game would you make? I would make a romance game. I designed a super cute puzzle game. Roguelike, procedurally generated, open world, twin stick platformer with loot boxes. Oh my gosh. You gotta sleep, you have school tomorrow. It's all good, emo. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good sleep. Take care and see you next time. Honestly, I think I will go with the romance game because this is supposedly a romance game as well. I'd make a romance game. I don't know exactly how a romance arcade game would work, but I'm all about creating new genres. I was thinking some sort of game where you can date and romance people. Yes. Also, it takes place in an arcade. A game about arcade romance in an arcade. Oh, okay, so the game is just breaking the fourth wall and is knowing what it is. Of course. Yes. Really, the core of the game would take in a depth look at all the different aspects of arcade communities and how they function and interact with each other. Yes, a bit slow for a coin-op arcade game, but also plenty of kissing and touching butts. What the frick? What the heck? Ah, okay, now you are speaking my language, which is the language of love? Too easy. I like it. Well, if you ever get super bored of being an arcade event manager, I can hook you up with all the proper people to launch your second career. That's crazy. And the fact that we were telling Teo this when he's so forward? Oh no, I'm a little scared. What do you mean? Oh, I have some friends who make arcade games for a living. Some friends? As soon as I said it, I became overtly aware of the situation. Since we stepped foot into the indie arcade, mega arcade, people have been waving and nodding to Teo, not to mention all those people stopping us on the way to get over here. I'd say more than some friends. You're a popular guy.
Come on, that's silly.
He waves his hand, waving off the very notion that I know to be true. Everyone knows who he is, and I had no idea. Teo's always been such a crowd pleaser at Showtime stage, but I guess his popularity spread to all facets of his life. Dance champion and indie arcade scene champion,
I try to
huh?
keep my friends' circles pretty separate. Sometimes it's not always perfect, and they tend to overlap. You know, like a Max. But hey, it's got upsides. All my friends are here. The biggest downside of Max is just so hard to see everyone. I never get to spend enough time with them, you know? I got friends here in the Indie Mega Arcade. I got my Funplex crew. I got the dancing community. I just can't see them all. And when I can't see them, I feel like I let them down. I hate having to choose between them. Once again, I've failed my friends. You know, it's a surprise anyone still talks to me anymore.
Teo sighs heavily. His mood shifted from excitement to utter solace. Damn. I mean, but that's the thing though. Like, every time you meet somebody new, there's a chance of you getting to personally connect with them and adding them to your crew. And when the crew gets super big, unless you have get-togethers all the time, like, it's gonna be hard to like talk to everybody. Like, you won't have the time of day to talk to everybody. But that's just life. Life goes on and on and on and on. Oh god, excuse me. The cool, collected Teo is showing a side I've not seen yet. I guess he's able to experience emotion other than joy. Confirm, Teo is not a joy robot. But this isn't right. Sad Teo is worse, Teo. As his friend, I must fix this. You can't please everyone, Teo. Allow me to boost your ego. You haven't let me down. Well, it's true. You can't please everyone, Teo. Teo puts too much pressure on himself. With the amount of people he knows, it's physically impossible to see everyone. Exactly. There's literally no way you can meet and hang out with every single person, you know. If you had given 15 minutes time to the amount of people I've seen you say hello to, it would have taken you an entire day to get through them. You exaggerate. Teo, if there is one thing you can be sure of, it's that Nomura doesn't exaggerate. I only observe and state the objective facts. Usually. It's tough only seeing the people you care about every once in a while, but you've been doing great so far. I've seen so many of your friends stop and say hello to you, plus they completely understood when you told them you were busy. Not one left without a smile on their face. They really care about you. You know what, Nomura? You're right. The more I hang out with Teo, the more I learn about him. It's always something new and something unexpected. Let's bring this back around to why we're here. How did you get involved in the indie arcade scene anyway? Through Michelle, the indie developer I want you to meet. Of course, of course, of course. I met her a few years ago at a previous Max. I was hanging out with my crew near the Dancing Games, and she stopped by to play around. Since she was new to the scene, I struck up a conversation with her. Much like when I met you. Ah, so there was plenty of flirting then. Oh, okay, good. Yes, let's call his ass out for being way too forward. I cannot help myself when surrounded by such beautiful, wonderful people. And Michelle makes indie arcade games? She's only one of the coolest and most prolific arcade developers in the industry today. She worked on several big-name indie games, and when she's not working, she's speaking all over the world about arcade development. Color me impressed. Sounds like Michelle is the sort of influential person who could really help with Funneloopoza. She really is. I'm what now, Mateo Alvarez? Oh, Michelle, only the worst person I've ever met. Damn. As to be expected from somebody of your caliber. Touché, I was just looking for you, by the way. Well, I'm glad I found you then. What's on your mind? I wanted to introduce you to Nomura. Nice to meet you. The pleasure is mine. It took me a second, but Michelle looks totally like, uh-oh. You aren't perchance also a federal agent? This is it. I'm doomed. It was a setup. I'm about to be re-auditioned to the CIA black site. Oh! She's the person who bought the one that Naomi wanted. Wearing all black and with the 2 bodyguards, huh? Who, me? No way. Although, my sister, well... Oh? I can neither confirm nor deny what she does for a living. I see, okay. That makes sense, gotcha. I'ma shut up now and focus on arcade stuff. I think what Nomura is trying to say is that you seem to have a very confident and authoritative expression, that's all. Yep, that's exactly what I meant. Got it on the nose. Thanks, Teo. Sure, okay, let's go with that. Anyway, I spoke with Teo earlier in the day, and he told me you had business propositions. Consider me all ears. Allow me to elaborate. Nomura here was recently appointed as the event manager for the Funplex. Congrats! That's the cute little mom and pop place where Teo gets his grooves on, right? I would categorize it as more as like a grandma and grandpa kind of arcade. It's not the fanciest one out there, but it's got a heart. I like an arcade with a good heart. It reminds me of my youth. The good old days, when you walk into your home away from home, quarter up, and enjoy the company. But I digress, getting too swept up in memories. Tell me more about the proposal. Nomura is putting on a special event at the Funplex called Funneloopoza. It's a celebration of the arcade scene, if you will. Oh, I will. We're going to have high score competitions, esports stuff, mystery game reveals, the works. I'm going all out on it. And Teo, I take it you're doing a dance event as well? He is, but it'd be great if we could add one more thing on the list. Maybe the premiere of a new indie game? The gasp! How could you possibly mean my game, Magical Moon Cuties? If you allow us the honors. Have I given you the elevator pitch yet? All I know is they are magical schoolgirls, and I'm intrigued. It's a competitive, cooperative puzzle game where people have to work together to match all the magical orbs before their opponents can. Think 3 players magical drop, trademark, but with combo attacks. Everyone plays a different, adorable magic schoolgirl, hence the cuties part. That sounds better than the last time I heard it. Right, I'm pretty excited to share Magical Moon Cuties to the world. I've mostly been doing some very selective demos for media outlets today, but so far the general public hasn't been allowed to play it. I'm looking for the perfect place and time to release it. Big publicity would mean I might land a manufacturing contract or a publisher, so I could do a wide release. Funneloopoza might be a good chance for that, but I'm going to need a little more convincing. What else you got? Okay, Nomura, don't blow this. You're connected with Teo? It's all about the heart of the arcade? Think of all the exposure you'll get. Honestly, I think that's like probably the best option. Her being connected with Teo has nothing to do with it, because what, only the dancers at the event will see it, just because she knows Teo? It's all about the heart of the arcade. Yeah, we could say that like, oh, our arcade has like, it's like a very homey place. But like, what is the event going to provide for this homey place? Think of all the exposure you get is exactly what she wants. Exposure, because we have all these things going on. And it's all going to be connected to this for the Funplex. So yeah, think of all the exposure you get. Since Funneloopoza went viral earlier today, we've gotten so much publicity. Michelle, you might want to check your face wall, because we are all the rage on it. Showing Magical Moon Cuties with us would mean that you can showcase it to all those people attending. That's your goal, right? Publicity? Simple fact of the matter is what exposure is what we can provide. You'd be a fool to not show it at the Funplex. Technically, you can die from exposure. I want a better reason than that alone. But I won't deny that what you're offering is the kind of exposure I need. You're definitely trending upwards, so okay, why not? Plus, I really want to play Magical Moon Cuties too. Fair enough. I was just sassing you anyways. After I discussed it with Teo, I already knew I was going to show Magical Moon Cuties at the Funplex. I need more water. Whew. Love that enthusiasm though. Really? Really? I mean, it's either the Funplex or Deco's Palace, and while Deco is the heavyweight champion of the arcade world, it's not a good fit for my dreams. Great. So it's settled? I think so. I know so. Magical Moon Cuties will have its first playable showing to the public at Funneloopoza. I'll haul my prototype cabinet over to your arcade the day before, so you can get it set up. I'd appreciate you keeping it hidden until the event, though. Already bought a mystery concealing tarp for our rare game release. Heck, what's one more mystery concealing tarp between friends? This will be an event to remember, and I'm thrilled. I can't wait to share the news with everyone. Nomura, thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. Oh, but I should really be thanking you. Sorry to cut this combo off, but Michelle, your next interview is here. It's Mark from Hexagon. Mark? Hexagon. Got it. It's so hard to keep track of all these different media outlets. Nomura, it's been great. My people will call your people, or whatever they do these days. Oh, expect your social media to explode later today. Ta-ta! And in a flash, Michelle wandered back into the crowd of people, her friends leading her to the next interview. Leaving me standing in shock, unable to believe what had happened. A top indie designer premiering at my event. I imagined the adorable smiling faces of of anime magical schoolgirls. I could practically hear them cheering me on. Nah, we're gonna get that animal magical schoolgirls instead. Yup. I knew everything would be okay. This is my life? Huh? Oh, nothing, just musing to myself. Out loud, nonetheless. No worries, I do that all the time. Mostly when I'm alone, though. But overall, that went really well. I'm glad that Michelle was really excited to bring her game to the Funplex. Me too. Honestly, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. What with Ashley helping me with the hype at the cosplay contest, I feel like Funneloopoza is going to be amazing. That's the spirit. I never doubted you for a second. I was about to replay with a totally witty retort, but doubting the time, however, we were interrupted by the sound of a bell chime. The hall will be closing in 30 minutes. It's over already? And I was just getting started. I've barely seen anything yet. I could do this for at least another 4 hours. I am frightened and confused as to know you still have so much energy left, Teo. I amaze even myself sometimes. As for me, I was exhausted, allowing yawns to escape my mouth. Well, I'm officially pooped and ready to go home. I still wanted to squeeze in a couple more games before the hall closes. They are going to have to drag you out of the hall once it closes, aren't they? Kicking and screaming. Thanks for your help with Funneloopoza today. That's what friends are for. And I'm glad you have you as a friend. Ditto. See you back at the arcade, Nomura. With our pleasantries exchanged, I left Teo to finish the dying seconds of Max in the Indie Mega Arcade. All in all, a successful day. Beep beep, Nomura, you have a new text message. Operation Hot Dog Takedown, mission complete. Asset extracted and heading home for a leisurely bath and some anime. Oh yeah, you can actually see it on the monitor now. Wait, what does it say? It says Pixaria Jason. Who the heck is Jason? Huh? She hacked the video signs and snuck away. Look at the screens, our flyer is airing there. Wow. I didn't know Ashley was a hacker. Maybe we should swap tips. I'd like the Funplex to commit fewer felonies rather than more, Iris. Aw, okay. Jesus Christ, Iris. She's just ready to throw over the government. Like, if we gave her a flash drive and connected her into a computer, I think she'd be scary. Right. Time to head home. I promised I would meet Juniper just outside the main exit of the hall, and that's exactly where I was headed. The rush of fresh air hit me as I pushed the double glass doors open. It was nice, refreshing, and had a much better smell than the one I had been around all day. I didn't have to wait long until I saw Juniper. She bounced happily up to me. So, how was your first Max, Nomura? It was fantastic, exhausting, unforgettable. I think with all in all that happened, we did it, and as tired as we are, it was fantastic. The amount of support I got from my friends today was amazing. I know I can always count on them, and I feel like we've bonded closer as friends. I can't wait to go back next year. As to be expected with a convention. Although in your case, you really outdid yourself and got smacked with 300% of what anyone else would have, yeah? How do you figure? Well, most people drop by Max, play some games, maybe attend a panel or two, do some shopping. They're here to be catered to. You, on the other hand, were doing the catering. And like any good caterer, that means spinning plates and doing 12 different things at once. You found interesting ways to push Funneloopoza and promote the Funplex as a whole. You worked your butt off to do it. So rather than attending Max, you were Max. I'm more like maxed out, bruh. Sure, it feels that way. I'm totally drained. I kinda envy you, you know. It sounds like you had some great adventures today. other than designing that flyer. I didn't do that much beyond playing a few games and buying cute t-shirts and stuff, but let me tell you, they are really super cute shirts. I'm glad I could support you though, even if it was just, by doodling up a flyer. It's hardly a doodle. You did a great work designing it. Trust me, you're better off being a caterer. It was rough. Well, I mean, she's normally an office employee, so like, what is she going to be really able to do for the arcade itself besides hand or create the flyer? I also have a feeling that maybe Juniper might leave her current job and join us at the arcade. Because she's, like, her personality seems like it would fit more of the arcade than the office job. But it's hardly a doodle. You did a great work in designing it. Hey, don't sell yourself short. That flyer looks super professional. I mean, no fun Comic Sans, but still pretty cool. Thanks, Nomura. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I don't exactly get a lot of opportunities at the office to express myself. Okay, let's go home and get some real rest. We've both done it. In fact, I'd say we took it. Juniper don't. To the max. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Hee hee. After that moment, the rest of the evening was a blur. I knew that Juniper and I took the train back home, heated up some pizza bagels, and I safely made it to my comfy bed. I think I was still in shock. At the beginning of this day, I thought that no one was going to know about Funneloopoza. We'd be stuck as relatively unknown mom-and-pop arcade. But now, it seems like the whole world knows. Which is great, but also pretty nerve-wracking. I sighed heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. There was no turning back now. What I set in motion will stay in motion. It can only get bigger and better from here. At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. I'm proud of what I accomplished today, and I can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex about all I've done. I hope they are proud of me too. And before I know it, Funneloopoza will be upon us. Ooh. Okay, we gotta achieve it. Take it to the max. Cleared level 3. Nice. You've cleared level 3 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Looks like you and Ashley are having some good times. Hooray. Oh, I guess the little yellow icon at the top is like your current max out of everything. Huh, okay. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you scored of 11200 points. Go for the high score. Actually, I don't know what the high score is, but hey, go for it anyway. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 4? Yes. We will save. And you know what? We're gonna actually play level 4 too. So, let me take a sip of my water and we will continue. Level 4. Player versus player. Ooh. It is future year 20XX. And this is my hour. Max has come and gone, and we're hoping a good number of folks we've reached out to there will be here today at my big event. Funneloopoza. This is a make or break moment for me. My chance to put the Funplex on the map. My chance to make something more of this job than a 9-to-5, vacuuming the carpets and looking for missing ski balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everybody's counting on me to bring in the customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of the Funplex shutting down. So, no pressure or anything. Penguin there, baby. Here I am, psyching myself up, watching the clock. Once the little hand hits the 10 and the big hand hits the 12, Funneloopoza is a go. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. But, well, sadly, I'm me, and not someone else. And those old instincts to assume that everything will go wrong, those feelings are still hanging on.
Ooh.
5 minutes and counting. Are you excited? 'Cause I'm really, really excited. I'm something. Something is good. We can work with being something. Breathe, Nomura. You're gonna do just fine. Remember to smile and have fun with it. I attempt my best smile. It comes out as a rictus grin of terror. Well, if you're going to if we're creepy slash your smile, then you nailed it. We just go out there looking crazy as heck. Like, hey. While you work on perfecting that, I gotta go get my Pinky the Flamingo on. Don't forget to breathe. 10 o'clock. Time to do this. You can do this, Nomura. And you know what? Even if the family curse makes you fail miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. You'll never succeed if you don't at least take a few whacks. With that settled, I push through the door and out into the arcade. Like Queen Bee said, we'll probably only get like a dozen randos anyway, so... God damn. And that is not a dozen randos. That is considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. We wanted a big crowd for an event. Okay, it's more folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. I step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. Hey, hey, everyone. Briefly, I look down to make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. My pants just catch on fire. I'm like, can someone bring me another pair, please? Iris died and I need help. Welcome, everyone, to Funneloopoza's at Francine's Arcade Funplex. We've got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics and then we could get this party started. First, the token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 or more of them, so make the most of it. Second, the Fists of Discomfort tournament. We're streaming it live on Queen Bee's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. See the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high score contest for nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials with Gavin at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and a tokens. We're planning a monthly high score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. Fourth, for those of you participating in the cosplay contest, your outfits look great, and check in with Ashley about the details. Fifth, I can confirm the rumors we're going to have Magical Moon Cuties playables on the floor today. The Funplex is home to the indies. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing our new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today you'll probably get to play one of them. All of those things were on the flyers and the promotional websites and so on, meaning the point-by-point was kind of redundant. They're ready to go. But I should pump the crowd up a bit and get them excited. Can't half-ass this either. Warning. Intense identity situation detected. Oh boy. You have my respect and gratitude. Thank you for coming. Veteran or newbie alike, I hope you'll all have a lot of fun and make new friends today. What are the crossed ones? The time has come to prove that saving the princess is a worthwhile career path. We are gamers. This is our hour. This is your challenge. Oh my gosh. The first one just sounds weird. You have my respect and my gratitude. Thank you for coming. Like, Jesus Christ. It sounds like you're talking to, like, old people when you say it like that. Veterans or newbie alike, I hope you all have a lot of fun and make new friends today. This one's more of a generic one. Like, just, it's more inclusive to, like, everybody. The Funplex is meant to be fun for all. Casual gamer or core gamer, young or old, retro or modern. We want everybody to have a blast. Even if you don't walk away with a trophy, you'll be walking out of here with memories of time well spent with these great games and the great people you'll meet today. So anything we can do to make sure you're having fun, you let us know, and we hope you come back to the Funplex again to recapture the magic moments you'll experience today. On behalf of the Funplex, thank you for joining us at Funneloopoza. Now let's get gaming. Yep, that got him excited. Right. Okay, now it's time to reveal our new rare game and get this show underway. Gavin and Naomi wheel the tarp-covered game out from the back room. Excitement builds in the crowd as it pushes into place. My friends, I give you Wyvern Keep, a rare Laserdisc trademark base game where you are a daring princess rescuing a prince from the clutches of an evil lizard. And the crowd goes mild? I thought Laserdisc trademark games played like crap. Isn't that why they stopped making them? They're not all bad, and they can be kitschy nostalgia, at least. Could be fun. Maybe I'll give it a shot after I'm out of FOD eternity pools. Not the outbursts of joy I hoped for. But I thought this game was really sought after by collectors and stuff. That's different from being popular. I wouldn't worry though, today's crowd is fairly hardcore. Once more casual players are wowed by the animation, it should pay for itself. Didn't Nomura kinda get it for free? My point stands. I'm about ready to give up on this for now and move on to other things when I spot something out of the corner of my eye. Very hesitantly, a young girl approaches, eyes full of wonder, at the cartoon playing before her of the daring princess. Oh no, not this freaking kid again. And after dropping in 2 tokens, she starts to play, standing on her tiptoes to do so. Games are meant to be played and loved. The players that grow to love them, players like me, always find them in the end. Hopefully that girl will have cherished childhood memories of Wyvern Keep, just like I did. My nerves unwind somewhat on seeing everybody ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. With the event underway, folks headed off to sign up for the high score challenges, the FOD tourney, or just go play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd and back to the desk. One last thing to do, check in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Teo's manning the stage to encourage folks to get silly on the dance floor. Percy's preparing for his moppy runs, Queen Bee ready to face her first opponents. I know I can rely on the staff, but in a lot of ways, the gamers are our star talents for the day. It's their event. I need to support them. For starters, I wave over Teo. Everything set for today's dancing, Teo? In Teo fashion, he winks and gives me a thumbs up. Ready to rock, but can't stop to chat. Running the stage is my focus for the next few hours, and it's going to take every ounce of social juice I can squeeze out. If you need me, check me out during the lunch breaks, K? Phrasing and K. Percy, world record time, you up for this? Absolutely. Whoa, okay, he definitely looks focused today, not his usually soft smiling self. Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing. When I set the record, I'll submit it as the new high score to defeat. The accumulation of years of effort all coming to a head. The pressure's well and truly on, isn't it? I can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it never was for me, but today is also for you. For the Funplex, you mean? For you. This event is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It's like your own personal high score attempt, chasing a dream, always grasping, just out of reach. I hate to let you all down. Morale improvement system online. Aim the encouragement cannons. Hey, if you bungle, there's always Donkey Kong trademark. Win or lose, we'll all be proud of you today. Is there anything I could do to make this easier? Damn, Percy just... That was just so random out of the blue. Like, I get it. Yeah, like, the whole point of him coming to the arcade to play was also because of the atmosphere. But since the atmosphere for today's event is a little upped, like, is he feeling like he's not able to put in his fair share into the event? Because in the end, he doesn't work for the Funplex. He is just another customer. I think he's like overthinking this, honestly. But the only option I like is the middle one. Win or lose, we'll all be proud of you today. Considering he could stand all day at the movie machine and play to try to beat the high score is already impressive as itself. Percy, I know how much this game means to you, but don't feel you have to win this on my behalf or even the Funplex behalf. Volunteering for this high-pressure public profile run, that means a lot to me. You're already doing everything you can do for us all. And honestly, I'm proud of you. Quite right, quite right. Very well, for myself, for you, and for the Funplex, I shall give it my all. As you should. Percy offers a quick salute, then marches off to war with Mr. Moopy's magic maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Next up, checking in with...
What the
Uh-oh. Hey, ready for the tournament?
No way.
No, I am not ready in the slightest. Not for this, not for him. Oh. With a subtle head nod, she indicates a fairly nondescript fellow with a t-shirt and jeans, standard gamer gear. But there's an unusual design on the back of his jacket, like some wide-eyed, fangled oni. This is a local event, right? Funplex regulars, city scrubs, and a bunch of cosplay otakus from Max? Yes, I mean, that's what this is. Then why the heck is the demon here?
Hey!
Who?
Listen!
Known on the Western Shores as the Demon and in his home country of Japan as Kami, he is the top-rated Fist of Discomfort player in the world. As for your question, Miss B, I invited him. Bruh, Iris is starting wars on her own for humanity to fall and clash against each other.
Ooh.
What? You asked me to handle invitations for the tournament, remember? As part of my helpful assistance in setting up Funneloopoza. Honestly, I was surprised he accepted my invitation. All other top-rated pros turned it down flat. He even flew here from Japan on his own dime. Yen. Isn't that nice of him? Namora, did your magical phone fairy just put me dead in the crosshairs of the greatest player who ever lived? Maybe... Yes. We'll go with yes. Sorry? I am so completely fricked. Queen Bee can't be losing morale now, and I can't have my friends so frantic over this. Plus, this is one of the main events, and when she's in top fighting form, she's an all-star entertainer. I've got to pump her up. Queen Bee, kick his ass. That means you got this. You know his moves. Wouldn't it be a great upset if you won, though? I feel like that's just too generic to just tell her to kick his ass. Like, it's just too generic. I mean, but considering she knows who he is, I believe the middle option, that she knows his moves, is both beneficial to her, and, like, it'll be she probably honestly might not even win this tournament, but, like, she could be second best, and then, like, the demon, he would like consider her to be a good ally or enemy, let alone gamer. So yeah, we'll go. That means you've got this. You know his moves. So if you've seen him in action before, that means you know what he's going to do before he does it. Top-rated player are the ones in the true crosshairs. This is your chance to take down the demon, Queen Bee. I know you can do it. She squeaks out a smile, but it's not her usual radiantly confident grin.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, true. Okay, I've watched hundreds of his matches. I can. I'll do this. Here it goes. Nothing. Good luck. As she marches off to join the tournament, I'm getting a sinking feeling.
Did I make a mistake? My calculations estimated that having a top player would bring in at least 150% more attendance. I mean, I was just trying to help this event be the best it could be.
You did fine, Iris. Don't worry about it. You should have consulted with me first. Yeah, honestly, like, she should have consulted with us first, because she's doing things out of the blue on her own. And if AI continues to do that, then they'll keep going on their own, which is scary. Oh my god, is Iris gonna just be an AI taking over the world? And then she's gonna get the arcade shut down? Or she's gonna have the other irises connect up to the arcade, and then they'll take over the machines, and then they'll take over the world? That is scary. But you should have consulted with me first. I didn't exactly give you a blank check, Iris. I know I wanted you to handle the pretty details, but this isn't exactly a pretty detail.
I'm sorry. I guess I miscalculated. Jeez. I feel bad about this. I didn't want to weigh down Queen Bee's spirit, but it's good that I feel bad, right? That I'm not making a purely quantitative analysis of the situation.
Humans are really purely quantitative.
Exactly.
That, oddly enough, cheers her up a bit. Right, that's everybody squared away. Oh god, wait. If Iris is starting to feel bad, she's starting to have her own emotions. So, oh my god, she's becoming a lot more sentient than she needs to be already. For the next few hours, it's Floor Attendant Nomura on duty, making sure Funneloopoza soars like an eagle rather than a turkey. By and large, the event runs itself, or rather Teo, Ashley, Gavin, and Naomi keep it rolling. My job is to troubleshoot. And boy, howdy, is there trouble to shoot. Oh boy, what's happening? Who are we kicking out? Not 1 hour in if we've got problems. Even if they aren't major ones, I don't want even minor problems to mess up this event. Not even 1 glass of spilled milk. My stress level is so high that I might start bawling at the sight of it. Beep beep, Nomura. Can I be of assistance? I'd like to make things up for you after that invitation snafu. Currently, I'm detecting 3 problems for you to solve. Someone beating up a cabinet, a player loudly cursing at a game, and a crowd milling around the vending machine. As floor attendant and event manager, it's my duty to make things right. The crowd's already on edge from all the high-stake competition. Where do I start, though? Can't have people punching the cabinets, swearing up a storm of problems around the kids. Sharks are circling in snacks machines. Uh-oh. Well, considering that this person is fighting the machine itself, that is a safety hazard, let alone like they could do damage not only to the machine, but themselves. So yeah, can't have people punching the cabinets. Oh god, not this guy again. This gamer's busy smacking the side of Wild Rider cabinet. The fake plastic motorcycle handles on the front of the game rattle each time. No, this can't be happening. Sir, you're not allowed to hit the games. Plus, if Naomi saw this, he'd be as good as excommunicated. Oh, you're that gal I got mad at when that fat dude wouldn't stop playing Moopy, right? Sorry. I've got anger issues. I'm trying to work on them. But would you just look at this? Of all the rotten luck. I got the top lap score. I did it. And now the game's frozen right after crossing the finish line. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Wild Rider is one of our most problematic games, constantly freezing or going splat. Naomi fixes it at least once a week. It was made in early 200X with janky low polys and low production values as a whole. I'm sorry for hitting the game. I guess that was pretty stupid of me. But is there anything you can do to help me keep my score? I've got a real shot at winning this one. This guy rubs me the wrong way, but he seems sincere in his apology, and he's a paying customer today despite claiming he'd leave forever, so I should keep that ball rolling. Well, at least this time, he admit his wrong, so it's okay as long as he doesn't continue beating up the machine. Oh, let's see. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? That's gonna freaking shut down and erase everything. Let me check with Naomi, see if she can do anything. Iris, is there anything you can do here? Nah, the best option would be to ask Naomi for it. Okay, hang on. I'm going to check with our technician, see if there's anything we can do to recover your game. Already texted Naomi for ya. Thanks, Iris. Naomi comes charging out of her workshop looking perturbed. Wild Rider again? Quickly, she slips around behind the game, popping open the back panel. She uses her phone flashlight to poke through the works. These early 3D games are such a pain. If it was a pure retro or even a pure modern one, it'd be way more reliable. Okay, I think I see the problem. 1 second. And like that, the virtual motorcycle unfreezes, confetti cheers sounding from the game as it properly registers the lap time. All done. Call me if it breaks again. Bye. Oh man, she did it. My score's saved. Hallelujah. I owe you. Seriously, I'm taking home that Wild Rider trophy. Another happy customer, but I should keep an eye on that game in case it falls apart again. Next problem. Swearing up storm a problem around the kids. Sharks are circling the snack machines. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess we'll do the swearing one, because, yeah, no, there are kids around. Oh, Jesus. Of all the freaking immature little stunts to pull, that mother fricker. Whoa, settle down. Fortunately for me, the gamer recognizes me, immediately thanks to my speech earlier, and also fortunate for me, she calms down considerably too. Frick it, sorry, glad you're here, I need your help. I mean, just look at this. Curious, I take a look at the currently top score on Qbert, trademark, which is registered in the initials ass. Can you believe it? Someone beat my top score, then put in joke initials just to ruin my day. I know exactly who did it too. Steve. That son of a frick. He's always pulling frick like this just to mess with me. Hey, there he is. Steve, get your ass over here. Oh, And he's wearing the Guy Ferrari shirt too? That's crazy. Steve glances over and with a bemused smirk strolls on over to join us. Joy, something wrong? Of course something's frickin' wrong. You stole my high score. Did I? Oh hey, look at that. I guess I did. Sucks to be you, huh, Joy? And your initials are? Because I know for a fact Gavin would have let you register for the high score competition as ass. So I played a little joke. So what? That's still my high score. I'm taking home that trophy tonight. Urge to kill rising, must control, fist of death. Steve, you're disqualified. Use your real initials. Gavin's the scorekeeper today. He makes the call. Iris, can you verify any of these claims? Nope, we're gonna have Gavin handle this. Because it is not our call to disqualify him. And plus Gavin's probably gonna get angry at us for ruining a customer's day. So we'll have Gavin step in and do this anyways. If you got a dispute, you take it up with Gavin at the prize desk. He's the judge, jury, and executioner for all things high score related. Already texted him for you. He's on the way. Gavin takes one look at the high scoreboard and frowns. Really? Really? And who exactly is Mr. Ass? Well, Gavin, that's technically former WWE trademark tag team champion badass Billy Gunn. But today, it's just this guy right here, Steve. Good, Steve, you're out of the tournament. What? We can't wipe the game scoreboard to get rid of your joke score, not without losing the real top score underneath it, meaning we're stuck with this for the day. Getting you out of my hair almost, but not entirely, makes up for having to deal with that problem. But that's not actually my score. I was just kidding. I didn't put ass in there. It was someone else. Nomura. He claimed it was his until you showed up. So he's either a liar or a prankster. We're done here, Steve. You're out of the running. One more indecent incident and you're out the door. Ooh. I don't have to stand here and take this crap. You don't want me here? I'll give my business to Deco's Palace. That's fine by me. Off-brand Ferrari. And off he goes. Wow, that's some arcade justice right there. Thanks so much. Happy to help, but if you don't mind keeping the swearing to a minimum, we got kids here. For you, anything. Pretty intense stuff, but the problem's basically solved. Even if Deco Nami is earning a few more quarters today. On to the next problem. Wait a second. As I loop back around to the center of the room, I can't help but notice two things. First, he's looking oddly irate. Queen Bee is missing. My instincts say I should tend to our VIPs first and foremost. I don't think I could cover both of them in time, but I could help at least one of them. Even if it leaves the last of those crowd problems twisting in the wind. I don't know. This is a triage. Where should I focus? Queen Bee may be freaking out, so to her. Percy isn't looking great. He may need help. Sharks are circling in snack machines. Uh-oh. Ooh. This is actually a tough one. I mean, Percy, at least he's here. The vending machine, I'm pretty sure someone else could pertain to if they tried. And if apparently Queen Bee is gone missing, we should probably check on her the most. So, Queen Bee may be freaking out. I'll see to her. We're approaching lunchtime, so maybe she's off getting food. But I'm not so sure, and plus since Iris kinda like... Well, she didn't mess up, but she brought like the strongest player to Queen Bee's game. It would be kind of a little bit messed up for us not to like help her, considering our Iris did something that she kind of shouldn't have done. The Queen Bee I know would be watching the tournament pools and studying her opponents. Heck, I've seen her pack protein bars for a quick lunch rather than walk away from FOD. I decided to check in with Gavin, who has an eagle's eye view of the entire event from his perch at the prize desk. Hey Gavin, I was wondering where... She's in the employee break room. Where Queen Bee is? Okay, I'm honestly kind of surprised you let her in there. It's crowded in here, and one less anxiety-riddled gamer in the mix is probably healthy for the event as a whole. If you'll excuse me, I've got scores to tally. Best of luck. Okay, I guess that answers that. Now that I think about it, it's actually a good idea that like we're doing a high score thing and that Gavin's in charge of it since he's like so happy when it comes to crunching numbers. So his involvement is not only helping the team, but he has like something to do that he actually likes, so he's not just standing there idly. Weaving through the crowd, I make my way to the employees only door. I scratched out the apostrophe last week. Penguin there, baby. Can we just tell her that? Sure enough, Queen Bee's here, thumbing through her social media feeds. Hey, QB. Huh? Oh, hey, kid. So,
Oh,
sup?
not much, really. Just wondering what I'm gonna do after L7 boots me from the team. I lose all my
Ooh.
subscribers, and I'm lying downtrodden in the esports gutter begging for tokens. So, not much, really.
Damn, did she already lose for the tournament? Okay, I get that you feel the need to hustle 24/7 and that the pressure's on. You're constantly being evaluated and judged, but under the magnifying glass. Is this meant to be comforting? My point is, I didn't forget what you told me before. But isn't this different? You're up against the best player in the world. Who would expect you to win that fight? One loss, that loss in particular, can't ruin you. Queen Bee sighs, locking her phone for now and tucking it away, her face still wrought from trepidation. Look, kid.
It's complicated.
There are things about L7 that I don't talk about. Some really effed up things. It's not just the pressure to perform, it's the pressure to perform perfectly at every second of my career. It's expedited beyond the norm, beyond what anyone else on my team has to deal with. Simply put, I'm a woman in esports. That is what changes everything. So they're sexist. That's discrimination. Couldn't you get them in trouble for that? Boot your other teammates out then, if discrimination is the problem, and sexism. I'm sorry to hear that. Is someone giving you trouble? What are they making sexist jokes about fixing them sandwiches? Aren't we all equal in gaming? It's just button tapping. Damn, that's crazy. I mean, not wrong, but that's crazy. But I'm sorry to hear that. Is someone giving you trouble? Oh, Queen Bee, I'm sorry to hear that. Listen, if someone on your team is making your life miserable... What? No. No misery than what I have to deal with on the daily from the persistent internet trolls. The frick I get from my team is way more subtle than that, but it stings way more than the normal barb.
Do you know why L7 signed me in the first place?
No. Why did they?
Their mascot. The only lady on a male-dominated team.
Oh, damn. So, like, the whole FOD community knows who you are then. It's considering if you're the mascot of this specific team. That's crazy.
I was just so excited to be getting a pro contract in the first place that I didn't look any deeper. You know, I really should have looked deeper. If I did, I would have noticed their history. Women gamers hired and fired over the years, always let go for performance issues. Performance issues, my ass. They have a rotating slot for the obligatory eye candy hire, and everyone knows it. And now I'm starting to hear rumblings about my performance. It's like I'm getting too old for them, and it's time to trade in for a younger, hotter esports star.
Damn, that's messed up. But then at that point, maybe she should start her own FOD all-women's league.
And it's not like any of this is in writing. Oh no. They never say why it happens. It's to avoid the legal system, obviously. They blame the gamer every time. Poor performance. But it's as plain as the nose on your face.
Instinctively, I go cross-eyed trying to look at my own nose. Well, maybe not my nose. Mine is a work of sublime beauty, crafted by the gods themselves. You know, this kind of frickin' happens all the time in esports. Montages and interviews are always focused on me being a woman and not on my skills as a gamer. Oof. Damn! Have they not talked to a woman before that they gotta ask you, what's it like being a woman? Oh, you play games? That's cool, but what is it like to be a woman? Like, that's just crazy. At that point, yeah, maybe she should just leave and, like, start her own team. I mean, it's not just in esports. It's soaked into the entire freaking thing. Gaming culture, women, LGBT+, POCs, minorities, people with disabilities. Basically, everyone who's not the industry's marketing target has to work extra hard to get where they want to be and get treated like frick along the way. I fought tooth and nail to get to where I am now and have to be threatened because I don't uphold to their sexist standards anymore. Frankly put, bull frickin' shit. So, it's there and it's real, but tough to prove any real allegations. Closest thing I got to hard evidence is my wins-loss rating. It's steady and solid. No performance problems at all.
Nope, no way.
I don't lose. They can't drop the axe just yet, not until I make a mistake. And well, taking on the demon and getting destroyed in front of a live-streamed audience at a small event, an event I should be winning hands down, that's all they need to justify abandoning ship. I mean, but, okay, so if her whole team played up against the demon and each one of them have lost, her losing wouldn't have gotten the whole team, like, disbanded. No, because if you're up against the number one player, that means anyone who comes in under is nowhere close to beating the demon, let alone her. So, it shouldn't really matter because if she's going up against, like, let's say nobodies in this event, then yeah, her reputation is not going to be so good. But if she was going up against the demon and lost, then she just went up against the number one player, and if they hold that title as the number one player, then they're hot shit. So they're number one for a reason. Like, but she still shouldn't be, like, removed from the team because she went up against the number one player and lost. They're number one for a reason. That's why she lost. Like, that's so stupid to get kicked out from a team because they lost to the number one player. But you know what? She should penguin there, baby. Just penguin there. Honestly, I've had abandoned ship from this team ages ago, if not for the fact that I rely on my team's salary to live. Oof. I've even had to put up with those L7 sponsored events at Deco's Palace. What a filthy pit of ego and aggression that place is. But without the contract, I need a real job, like an ordinary plebe. That's crazy. Maybe that's why her ego is like this, because of, like, since her team is male dominated, and if everybody is, like, has this aggressive and egotistical, like how she is putting up, that's why she has to have it as well, just so she could stay in the same lane as them, let alone try to survive in the work environment as every other person has been too. That's wild. I'm a gamer and this is my frickin' dream. So I suck it up and endure all the little microaggressions. No way around it now. If I want to keep being a pro, I have to beat the demon. But how do you kill that which has no weaknesses? Come on, everybody has a weakness.
Maybe.
What's his? Well, maybe if he has a heart attack or spontaneously combusts. Being on fire is totally a weakness. Oh my gosh, she wants us to murder him. I mean, apparently we're known for setting things on fire. So maybe we could help her with that. Maybe walk me through it. In Fist of Discomfort, how do you counterplay your opponents? I'm utter crap at that genre. Maybe explaining it to a noob will help. She pauses, trying to figure out how to word it on a level that even a neophyte can handle. Let's see. Okay, so there's 3 playstyles in FOD. Aggro, mid-range, and control. Put simply, aggro is quick beatdowns, mid-range is balance, and control is long-term planning.
Maybe.
In this case, I play aggro, and from what I know about the demon, he's an absolute perfect control player. He uses elaborate item combinations to solve the game, then steals your doom. And I'm gonna hazard that control beats aggro. Most of the time, yeah, it sacrifices early game power for early game stall, meaning I burn out while he's just getting warmed up.
It's complicated.
If I wanted to counterplay him, I have to play mid-range, but I haven't practiced those characters, that play style. He'd outskill me easily. No choice, I guess. I'll have to get out my comfort zone and face the demon as mid-range. I'll figure something out along the way. I'm going to slay the demon. I'm going to do this. I will... Agreed, it's time to go exorcist on his ass. And if not, hey, you can join Team Funplex. Is there anyone L7 you can trust to help out? I feel like in her condition, yes, I feel like she will always have a home at the Funplex. But let's give her that confidence boost that will help her in the game. So agreed, it's time to go exorcist on his ass. Then I think it's time to load up on holy water and crossbows and purge this entity from our sacred Funplex. Now we're talking. Let's put L7 aside for the moment, cause even if I win this battle, I'm leaving them in my wake. But here and now, it's time to focus on the fight. Oh, so she's actually gonna leave her team, whether she wins or loses. You know what? Good for her.
Hey, thanks.
This helped. I mean, I'm still very likely doomed, but I feel better about my doom as a whole. You'll be there for the finals later on today. I nod in affirmation. Although Percy should be wrapping up his high score run at about the same time, meaning, Hey, it's cool, I get it. You've got a lot going on, no pressure. Nav, you've got an event to manage, and I've got a fight to prep for. Let's both do what we do best. You got it, Queen Bee. She pulls out her phone to do a little research as I depart. She's hacking. Half of Funneloopoza in the can. Have to go. I've been running myself ragged trying to catch every little problem, and there's still plenty left to do, but no sense not practicing self-care too. It's time to get my lunch on. And while a nice quiet moment to myself would probably help, what would help more would be a smidge of social interaction beyond crisis management. Percy and Queen Bee are obviously tied up to their own affairs, but everyone else should be open. Who could I lean on in my time of need? Naomi's still in her workshop. Maybe she'll like company. Gavin could probably use a break from score wrangling. Ashley's just ducked into the employee room only. Teo's lurking around Showtime stage. Could be a good moment. No one's actually on a break, and honestly, if we should be self-caring ourselves, we should be taking a break too. And since Ashley is in the break room, then let's go back too. I assume Ashley's hiding herself away for a quick break, and I can't blame her. She's been working just as hard as everyone else has. When this is all over, I'm going to need a coma of sleep and a hot bath. But while I dream of better things, let me check in with Ashley to see if I can lower her burden.
Oh, hi!
Oh hey, you want to get some lunch? You read my mind. I'm a psychic, you know. Whole story then? To the whole story. My companion fetches a table in the crowded cafe while I memorize our order and carry it forth to yon service counter. I make my way to the front of the line, trying to keep the lunch order neatly arranged in my brain despite all the chaos of today's event.
Well, look who's here. I'm looking.
Well, hello, Ben and Matt. Oh my god, like Thor, they're red and green, they're Christmas.
It's our favorite arcade wrangler.
Arcade minion? Arcade flunky? What's the right term?
Event manager, actually. You know those flyers for Funneloopoza I asked you to pass out? It's my baby. You know what they remind me of? Oh my gosh. If frickin' an American Dad, what's his name? I think it's Matt. Matt's the green one, right? Matt is Jeff, Haley's boyfriend. And while Ben is freaking Roger, but Roger as in his Ricky Spanish outfit. That's what they remind me of. Oh boy. Now I can't get that out of my head.
Moving up in the world, I see.
A proud parent of a shiny arcade baby.
And yet, no invite for us to the baby shower.
Why, I feel snubbed.
Bruh. Well, do you need an invitation? You could just waddle on over. I mean, you are carrying the flyers as we speak, so just waddle
But
on over.
seriously, we couldn't be prouder of you. And to think, when you first walked in these doors, you were still trying to figure out your place in things.
Ben and I know a thing or two about finding your dream and sacrificing to make it happen.
Long hours, hard work,
Hard hours and long work, too.
struggling to make ends meet.
Having meetings to discuss how to end the struggles.
Can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to get to where you are now.
Oh, it wasn't that difficult. Honestly, I came up with a name, talked it up at max, and that's it.
I'd be on the lookout for hidden costs on the back end then.
Speed bumps on the road of life to catch you unawares as you're soaring down the highway of success.
But if you wreck your $500,000 imported sports car of business triumph, we'll be there to drown your sorrows in coffee.
And donuts.
And donuts.
Don't forget the donuts, an essential component. Next order, please.
I didn't even order. What the heck, bruh? Shaking my head, I wander back to our table with a lunch in tow. Still, I must look a bit nervous if Ashley picks up on it as I return. Glad we're doing lunch, you know. I needed like 5 minutes peace and quiet away from the funplex before heading back to the floor. Ashley, you can take more than 5 minutes to rest. You've earned it. You've been working your feathers off out there, and it shows. I don't think I've seen this many happy children since I started. You mean you aren't here to force me to go back out there? I mean, yes, but at least take like more than 5 minutes. So you wouldn't be opposed if I snuck out, got on my private jet, and flew to Bali on a vacation getaway? Excellent. Oh my god. Only if you take me. Can we go to Europe instead? Bring me back a souvenir. You know what? If you're gonna go, you might as well bring me with you. Shoot. I'm giving you 5 more minutes, then you might as well give me 5 more minutes. A tropical island getaway sounds like an absolute perfection right now. You aren't leaving me behind for this. I want nothing more than a fruity drink and a tiny umbrella in it, and listening to the relaxing crescendo of the waves. I'm in. Oh yeah, and just imagine the sand between your toes and the sun warming your face. Alas, such visions of paradise will have to wait. I can't leave in the middle of Funneloopoza, and sadly, you can't either. We're both needed out there soon. Drat, fooled by evil overlord event manager Nomura. Wait, how am I the evil villain? I just told you you should treat yourself to a longer lunch. Well, Nomura, sometimes you're the hero and sometimes you're the villain. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Wait, are we talking in terms of cosplay outfits or real life? Both. What do you mean? I can't just help thinking about how people are always wearing multiple masks all the time, and how that defines and changes them. I don't think I own any mask, but I imagine I look pretty cool in a sparkly masquerade one, or maybe a Lovecraftian plague doctor one. We can go shopping for masks later, I promise. But like, when I'm here, I'm Picky the Funplex Flamingo. When I'm at Max, I'm Angus or whoever else I'm cosplaying. When I'm alone, I'm just plain Ashley. Anyway, what I am trying to say is, how do I know which one is real me? And is real me good enough? Should I live my life as the cosplayer, as the Funplex employee, or the person that has a wild imagination? Which one makes me the best? Ashley, you're doing great. You could be all of those, because all of those are Ashley. I just don't know. May I speak frankly? Ashley nods, looking lost in thought. You are you, and you are special. I think you're all of them. It doesn't matter. Damn, I'll just spray it out. Yeah, like I said, I think you are all of them. If you really think about it, doesn't it make sense that all of these aspects make up who you really are? You shouldn't have to feel like you define yourself by one role. You can be as little or as much of one mask as you want. For me, my family has always defined ourselves by our misfortunes and our ability to meekly adapt, but I'm learning to see past that. I am defining my own set of rules on who I am. Sometimes I'm Namora, who makes gutsy or quirky decisions, and sometimes the right path is what I've always known. Just go with the flow. No path or choice is wrong. It just is.
You are so right. Sometimes it helps talking with your friends about what's been bothering you, yeah? It's nice to hear your thoughts and be able to bounce ideas off of you. Friends are just the greatest, aren't they?
I like that. I like that she said that. The fact that she said to be able to bounce ideas off you. That is like genuinely what a friendship of any caliber should be. Being able to just bounce ideas, thoughts, comments, anything off each other and just create conversation and connection from it. I really like the fact that she did say that. I smile in agreement. Yeah, I agree.
I'm so happy to have not only you, but everyone at the Funplex in my life. We've all really bonded with each other, haven't we?
Absolutely. In fact, I've got more friends than what I know what to do
I
with.
feel so much better after chatting with you. That really, really helped. Thanks.
Now that I feel fully invigorated, it's time to continue to enjoy the rest of the day. Ashley stands up, beams a smile, and flashes me a victory sign with her hands. See you back out there. We got a victory royale. Yippee. The next few hours pass quickly. With renewed confidence, Percy's deep into his world record run and performing admirably. He intensely focused on that score, inching ever closer, while Queen Bee effortlessly destroys locals on the path to her inevitable showdown with the demon. Myself, I float through it all, taking care of little problems while keeping an eye on both of them. But as the event winds to a close, all eyes are on our two main events, and the very real possibility of our local heroes falling apart at the finish line. Uh-oh. Technically, the arcade-wide score competition is still on, but the crowds are ignoring the games in favor of crowding around Fists of Discomfort and Moopy. Percy's been on a solid run since his earlier fumbles. Queen Bee's been effortlessly destroying all competitors as suspected. But the demon has been matching her game for game, destroying all his opponents as well. And as predicted, grand finals will come down to Queen Bee versus the demon. And as for the magical world of Moopy, Percy's closing in on that world record. With the tape rolling and ready to submit to Twin Galaxies, the pressure's on. I got Queen Bee through her worries, but that was just the prelude. This is the main event, but Percy's not looking great. Hunched over his joystick, he might need me. I can't be there for both of them as much as I want to. Who do I focus on? Percy's about to achieve his life ambition. I want to be there when it happens. Queen Bee is facing her toughest challenges yet. I should be in her corner for this fight. Honestly, I don't think Percy's moment, as important it is to him as it is, I don't think his situation is as dire as Queen Bee, considering she mentioned that this is her life's work. This is also Percy's life's work for now, I guess. But Queen Bee has more of like a financial downfall if she loses. And the fact that like her life is on the line for this moment. So we're just gonna go with Queen Bee. This is it, the grand finals of Fist of Discomfort at the Funneloopoza. I can sense the excitement in the crowd, and it's hard not to get swept up in the hype. My nerves are through the roof right now, and I'm not even the one playing. Using my event manager authority, I reach the front of the crowd, where the announcer and FOD expert Iris, invited to handle the play-by-play, introduces the competitors. Oh boy. On the player one side, the rising star of L7 Gaming, local Funplex champion and internet sensation, Queen Bee. A few folks in the crowd, locals mostly, cheer Queen Bee on. I recognize most of them from her crew and a bunch of Funplex regulars. On the player 2 side, 5-time EVO trademark champion and Fist of Discomfort known as Kami in his home country of Japan. Here we all know him as the Demon. Why is it saying it like it's a freaking WWE match? Uh-oh, the crowd's picked their favorite, clearly. Not to say that it doesn't make sense. The Demon is known by casuals and hardcore alike, but I was hoping for a little less of discrepancy between the two. I look over to Queen Bee. She's keeping it calm. She's keeping it cool. A true mask of the competitive gamer. After a quick handshake, it's off to their joysticks, quartering up and getting ready to battle. My fellow gamers, this is the grand finals here at the Funneloopoza. Let's hear it for our competitors. As they shuffle through the character selection screen, the crowd awaits in anticipation, eager to see who will be chosen. The announcer takes that momentum and brings it back twofold. Queen Bee is sticking with her pride and joy, the fast and deadly Tomokaze. From what I've learned, Tomokaze is a light and fast character suited for Queen Bee's aggro style. It's her favorite character. And as for the Demon, who's been playing his staple, a heavy-set controlling samurai all day, selects a similar steadily attack ninja? What an amazing turn of events. The Demon completely strays from his normal main character roster and chooses Silent Blade. This is completely unlike anything we've seen the Demon do today. What an exciting matchup. One of you won't want to take your eyes away from. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Queen Bee explained all this to me. The Demon plays slow, control heavy characters that drag the game down to their level for an eventual defeat. But now he's playing aggro? With characters locked in, the map is set. Let's not delay this match any further. The countdown is at 2, 3, 1, and begin. Not the freaking air horns. Right out of the gate, the Demon comes at Queen Bee with a ferocity I haven't seen since Queen Bee's usual matches, where she charges head on into her enemy. Right out the gate, the Demon attacks Queen Bee with a ferocity with the likes I've never seen. Like a cheetah, the Demon spares no time running straight towards his prey. The Demon has completely ignored the ninja creep waves. He's taking full-on minion damage and he's not even phased. In fact, he's not even stopping to buy items. Our champion from Japan has only one thing in his sights, and that's Queen Bee. Okay, yeah, this is bad. He's playing aggro. He's playing a faster aggro than Queen Bee, rushing her down before she can get her bearings. It's not much of an edge, with the Demon risking everything like that, but it's just enough of one to keep her from finding her footing. Normally these matches go on a good 5 or 10 minutes, but he's already put Queen Bee down once, then mauled an allied sensei while he was respawning. I tried to make myself heard over the crowd. Stay focused. Focus on defense. Kick his ass. You can do this. Let's say. I actually feel like she needs to stay cool this time. Because earlier she was mentioning that she always played aggressive. But this time she needs to kind of step back a bit. So stay cool. Focus on defense. Stay! No, it's not good. She can't hear me. Even if I was able to shout louder than the crowd, her attention is so focused she probably wouldn't register my voice. I can do nothing but helplessly watch as the Demon pulls her apart again and again. The onslaught! The Demon, living up to his namesake, is not showing an ounce of mercy for his competitor. But what's this? Queen Bee is switching things up. She stopped at the item store, completely ignoring the attacks on her sensei. What could she possibly be buying at a time like this? Fortunately, she seems to have developed a plan. From what she explained, the counter to aggro is control, so by changing her tactics, it might just allow her some time to catch up. And one of Queen Bee's senseis is down for the count, but that death has bought her enough time to grab as many control spells as she can. Queen Bee blasts the lane with Storm of Frost. Okay, I get it now. She's using a weird hybrid style of trying to stall out the enemy with ice spells, while making her own progress down the lane. Initially, it works like a charm. The enemy minion freezes solid and gives her just enough breathing room to push ahead. But the demon responds with a swift accuracy. He's pushing forward with his other lanes, ignoring her attempts to slow things down. As the demon flips between lanes, it's clear that while this would have won her the game if she started out that way, quickly enough the final sensei on Queen Bee's side of the map falls. Oh no. Here is your winner, the demon. The obligatory handshake happens as the crowd bursts into applause, thrilled to have seen such a strange spectacle out of the world champion. Immediately, Queen Bee is forgotten as the players close in to cheer on the demon over and over. Perhaps sensing it's her cue to depart before the cheap plastic trophy I got from dollar store is awarded to her arrival, Queen Bee slips away and I decide to follow. I find her in the break room, collapsed in one of the folding chairs, face in her hands. Quietly, I take a seat next to her.
After L7 Gaming dumps me, maybe I can live off my stream subs alone. If they don't abandon ship too, I mean. Maybe cut my living expenses a little. You know, move back into my parents' house, things like that. If worse comes to worse, maybe Naomi will carve out the insides of an unpopular game and I can sleep in there.
What the frick? She's just gonna sleep inside of the arcade game? That's crazy. I recommend pizza bagels, breakfast of champions. That's disgusting. I'm sorry things didn't work out, Queen Bee. Maybe L7 won't care. It's just a local tournament. No. I'm sorry that things didn't work out. Hey, if it helps you feel any better, I feel awful right now, too. I'm sorry this happened. You've got my sympathy. Normally that sort of sentiment is seriously not my thing, but today, yeah, I'll take it. Thanks, Nomura. Wait, I've graduated from kid? Thanks, kid. That's better. And hey, maybe your team will be just as understanding as me, right? Well, gave it my best. Theory crafted with you, sorted my plan out, even changed it up on the fly. When you surprised me.
Thanks.
I can honestly say I did my best, and that's thanks to you. Helped me pull my shit together this morning, you know? Happy to help. This is my fault, isn't it? I'm the one who organized the event. I'm the one who pushed everybody past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I've been working hard to make what should have been just another temporary job in a long string of temporary jobs into something more, something I can believe in. But I didn't stop to think of what would cost me and everyone around me.
Whoa.
Frick. Whoa, wash that filthy mouth out with some soap, kid. Question is, now what? Where do I go from here? Okay, hold on. It's not really my fault, because we just planned an event. We planned an event for everyone to come to, and it's whether or not the people in said event, they will choose how the outcome turns out to be. So, my character is wrong for saying that it's our fault, because, yeah, no, it's not. Duh. Well, thankfully someone's knocking at the door, interrupting me before I need to provide career advice to someone whose career I just indirectly destroyed. It's probably the demon, isn't it? Although I'm expecting it to be Gavin or maybe Ashley to come cheer their friend up, The unexpected walks into the door. Yep, it's the demon. The two of us sort of stare, dumbfounded, as the man addresses Queen Bee. Does he speak English? No, he does not speak English.
Hey,
what?
listen.
I can translate. One moment while I load my Japanese to English speech recognition system. I'm afraid my English is not very good. So, oh, you have a translator. I am glad. Iris repeats everything we say back and forth. With a little patience, the conversation flows a bit easier after that. I wish to thank you for teaching me today. The frick does that even mean? Are you mocking me? Iris probably softened that a little in translation, but combined with Queen Bee's expression, the demon seems to get the real gist. Not at all. I wish to thank you for teaching me your unique fighting style. Both Queen Bee and I look very confused. I have been watching your stream for a year now, but watching it is not the same as facing you in combat. From that one battle alone, I have learned a great deal. If you allow it, I would enjoy learning more. I clearly have a great deal of work to do to master your style, as you saw today. Didn't we just see him pull you apart limb by limb? Queensby's expression softens as she playfully punches me in the shoulder. Way to rub it in, kid. But that's not even what happened. I honestly thought you were watching the match. I was, but I'm still confused. He played sloppy as heck. The reason I lost was due to surprise. He took more risks out there than I did, relying on the fastest, hardest aggro style imaginable to win before I could react. Even in aggro, you don't come blitzing out the gate without buying a single item, not unless you're willing to bet it all on that strategy. I was overly eager to show you what I have learned. I won, yes, but I could not be result-orientated in my thinking. I believe we could learn much from you, Queen Bee-san. Oh no.
Again?
Okay, who's we exactly? Myself, the Kami of Japan, Onslaught-san, the Kami of NorCal scene, Fausta-san, the Kami of Germany. We are assembling a team, winds that blow from all directions at once, carrying them wisdom from across the arcade world, a diverse team for players by players. But we require an aggro-style champion, a Kami of the East Coast scene. In America, we could be deeply honored if Queen Bee-san joined us. Oh shit. Damn, she got even a better offer. As he offers a deep bow, neither of us know quite how to react to that. Queen Bee speaks up first.
You're offering me a job? That's why you came here?
Hi. I have been scouting for talent to complete our team, but have yet to meet anyone quite like you. You are intense, wild, daring, and exactly what we need. But I could not know for certain until I attempted to surpass you in direct combat. I attempted, and I failed. Winning the match is irrelevant. My play was insufficient. However, if you wish to remain loyal to L7 Gaming, I will understand.
Them right in the ear.
I'm pretty sure the demon's just like, what did you just say?
Let me look into my contract situation and square things away first. But, you know, I'm interested. Yeah, interested.
I almost barely saw the hint of possibility of a glimpse of a smile on the demon just now. And it's gone. Thank you. Please take all the time you require. Fate willing, we will welcome you as one of our 4 heavenly kings. We will at least have found our queen. With that, he offers one more bow and promptly turns to exit. Aww.
Whoa.
Holy. Kid, do you know what this means? You're about to be elevated to arcade godhood. Your skills will expand dramatically. You don't have to live with your parents. Bruh. Nah, pretty much you're about to elevate to arcade godhood. You're going to ascend the holy mountain of Asgard to join your fellow kami in Olympus, home of spirits above? I'm pretty sure you're mixing up your pantheons there, kid. But yeah, this is big. I mean, this is super big for me. Instead of bowing and scraping and begging L7 to let me sit at their table, I get my own frickin' table. I want to be carried into Evo, trademark, by oiled fanboys, raising me high on a plush couch, feeding me grapes and fanning me with palm leaves. Okay, she's getting too egotistical. I'm actually reasonably sure Iris could arrange that if I asked her to. Sure thing, I'll get right on. Kidding. I was kidding, Iris. Yeah, I'm kidding too. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've got a lot to learn before I really know I can hang with them. But now, I've got a future, and it's bright. I'll admit to some relief on hearing I didn't just sink Queen Bee's battleship. But the fact remains that we got lucky. If the demon hadn't been in the generous mood, hadn't been scouting for talent, her career would have been in shambles, thanks to me. Nope. I still disagree with that statement. Nah, it would not have been our fault, regardless. Would it have been a bad situation for her? Yes, but is it completely our fault? No, it's not. The demon said it himself. Don't fall for results-orientated thinking. Maybe her future is bright, but it almost wasn't thanks to me. Nope, still disagreeable. Man, who knew being an adult with many important responsibilities instead of a transient floating through life would be this nasty? Kid, you okay in there? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Shaking the moment off, I do my best to celebrate her achievement. I'm glad I could help you out this morning, and I'm glad things worked out. Even if, I guess, both you and the demon feels you lost that fight in your own way. Esports, huh? Wild stuff.
Thanks.
But hey, I've been meaning to tell you, thanks. You've been with me through all this, even when you probably had better things to do. Don't think I haven't noticed. Well, I'm the event manager. You're our star talent and a friend to boot. I'm happy to make you happy. I'm ready to enjoy that ride. If you'll have me along, I'd love to spend more time with you. Nah. The second one's a little bit weird. I'm the event manager, and you're a star talent and a friend to boot. I'm happy to make you happy. You're a friend of the Funplex, Queen Bean, and while it's my job to keep you coming back, I want you to know that it's not just for the tokens or your esports stardom. We're just happy to have you around, Queen Bee. It wouldn't really be the Funplex without you, so thanks a bunch. Aw, shucks kid, it's no big deal. I like it here. I'm happy to have friends like you, and Purpur at my side. Speaking of here, we should rejoin here already in progress. Folks will be expecting the runner-up to make an appearance. And I'm never one to not make an appearance. As we re-enter the arcade, I instinctively size up the crowd, looking for trouble, but there isn't any. Good. Don't think I could deal with another crisis. Wait a minute, where's Purpur? Percy? I don't know. He's gone. Nobody's playing Moopy. In fact, it's already drained out the extra lives and gone back to the attract mode screen. With the score just short of the world record. Ah, shoot. You think he cracked under the pressure? Percy's in the hospital. What the frick? What? How did that happen? He started clutching at his chest and then fell off his stool. We think it was a heart attack. I called 911 right away. The ambulance just left. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I need to go. Frick, I ride the bus. I can't drive to the hospital. Queen Bee provides. We'll take my car. Gavin, can you and the others finish up here? I need I have to. This is my fault. I pushed him. I pushed him too hard. Go, go. We'll take care of the Funneloopoza. Again, what is wrong with my character? Like, it is not our fault. Look, Percy really wanted to just get that record. We said, yeah, you can do it. We believe in you. But it is not our fault. He's in the hospital. We did not give him a heart attack, so my character needs to calm down on that and relax. Quickly, we pile into Queen Bee's rusty yellow hatchback and speed off to the local hospital. The hour is growing late, but we manage to find his room just before visiting hours are over, and inside lying in the hospital bed. Well, he seems to be standing, not in the bed. Oh, hello there. Wasn't expecting visitors. How do you do? Is the event going well? How do you do? Seriously? How do you do, Percy? Exactly. What's going on? Are you okay? Oh, Tosh, it's nothing. Just a heart tremor. Wasn't even a full arrest or anything. They're keeping me overnight for observation. I'll be back at the Funplex before you know it. Still have a high score to defeat after all. Are you freaking kidding me? Purpur, come on. You're hooked up on an ECG. I can see your heartbeat. It's not nothing. It's just a little issue, that's all. A medical mishap which runs in my family. Wasn't quite expecting it to accelerate this quickly, but that's life, isn't it? So it wasn't stress related? Well, probably didn't help, but can't say I was feeling sharp as usual this morning. My fault, really. All my fault. How serious is this condition? And be honest with us, Percy. No holding back to keep us from worrying, because we're gonna worry whether you like it or not. Yeah, what the kids said. Well, they said 2 years left to live, but science isn't an exact science, I suppose. Oh, damn. The hospital PA system chimes, grabbing my attention. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Visiting hours are now over. Visiting hours are now over. Suppose it's time for you two to head on home. And don't you worry about me. I'll be out of here in morning. Probably take a break from Moopy for a time, but I'll pop by the Funplex, all the same. Only if you're sure, Percy. You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert, and my way of keeping calm through this silliness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining to me. And that means the Funplex. The Funplex. Jesus Christ. Okay. I guess him trying to get the high score got too intense for him to have a heart attack. Maybe he just needed to get a quick breath in, but then couldn't keep his air in or something. I don't know. Anyways, Queen Bee offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I've still got an event to wrap up, and then a bus to catch back to my apartment. Neither of us really feel like talking on the way there. I'm back. Not that there's much to come back to. All the plastic trophies I picked out for the high score contest are gone, along with their winners. Looks like everybody's closing up shop. Ashley's tidying up a bit. Naomi literally have fallen asleep at the prize desk. And Francine, up way past her bedtime, squinting at a computer printout.
Dearie?
Ah, there you are, Nomura. Gavin ran the numbers while you were out. Despite the discount on tokens, we made a tidy profit today, far above and beyond what the Funplex normally draws. From what Ashley tells me, the mood was quite jovial near the end, with many nice folks saying they plan to return. And even if the local champ didn't win at Fist of Discomfort, they got to see the demon in action. That's a feather in our cap. I hoped you'd be pleased with the news. This is what you wanted, yes? To put the Funplex on the map? Business is going to be just peachy now, especially with more lovely parties like this one. Yeah, okay, sorry. I am happy about it, just exhausted. Emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Well, for what it's worth, we're all rather exhausted, dearie. But we've got no regrets. I'd like to think I know a thing or two about dreams. Dreams and how difficult they can be to make a reality. Your dream of a thriving funplex is going to take hard work from each and every one of us. But we're ready, willing, and able. Well, true, Queen Bee didn't win, and true, Percy was, hospitalized, but poor dear. But we did it. Your friends saw it through, and they do it all over again, without a doubt.
I nod, a bit numb to it all. I honestly, Francine, I don't think Percy would want to experience what he experienced all over again just because the Funplex is now up and running. I don't think so. I'm sure I'll feel like $1,000,000 tomorrow when Percy strolls back in and smiles and Queen Bee's sporting her fancy new team jacket. When the daytime crowds are thick with newcomers, happy to be playing the games they love, when they really get to see the effects of what we accomplished. But for now, I really just want to go to bed. You need anything else from me tonight? We're all wrapped up like a bow. I'm on my way home for a good night's sleep myself. Go home, Nomura. We'll see you tomorrow. Wait, how come Juniper didn't, join in on this? Where was she? I turned the keys in the lock, slumping into the apartment. Hey, at least there's no more pizza bagels on the table.
Hi!
There she is. So, how'd it go? Was Funneloopoza every bit as awesome as the awesome poster I designed for it? The players went home happy and business is booming. Hooray! Why don't you look happy? It's been a long day. Well, okay. Honestly, Nomura, you're an inspiration to me. You had the guts to chase your dreams. It's tough work, but I knew that Iris could find you something you love. And I've been wondering if I should follow in your footsteps. You want to become an arcade czar? No, silly. I mean, just try to find something to do with my life other than make coffee for executives and file their paperwork. Like that poster. I could try to be a graphic designer, maybe. I've always loved doing stuff like that. What do you think? Except that following your dreams can run you ragged, like it did to me today. It could nearly torpedo your future. It could even kill you. Is it worth it? Is it really worth all the trouble? Follow your dreams, Juniper. Be independent. Maybe you could find a graphic design firm. You're already doing fine. Stick with it. Maybe we'll just tell her to follow her dreams. I mean, the second one is not a bad idea, but she could always start with a firm and have her own side projects until she can build up to have her own plays. So, follow your dreams, Juniper. Be independent. Francine's right. I chose this path. I chose to make my life difficult in order to make my life into something. Juniper's helped me out along the way, and I should help her in return. I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't be easy, not by a long shot. But yeah, I think you should chase your dreams, become an artist, on your own terms. I knew I had the right idea. Thanks, Nomura. You need to go to bed and sleep. Tomorrow, I'll make you pancakes, a reward for my hard-working arcade star. And you used to have pancakes every morning during those summer trips, right? Your mom made them. That was ages ago, Juniper, when my folks could afford trips to the shore. And Juniper gets a wry smile. I think I know exactly how we can celebrate your newfound success. How about... Uh-oh, what's happening? She's gonna celebrate with a gun at my head, isn't she? A beach vacation? What? Huh? You've cleared level 4 of Arcade Spirit, so winner is you. Now let's see your score. We got the achievement of clearing a level 4. You're on Queen Bee's good side. Beats being on her bad side. You're proving to be gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, your score is 14200 points. Woohoo! Today's pizza fact is the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured up to 140 feet across. It weighs in at about 44,457 pounds. Jesus. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 5? Yes. Yes, we will. And that is gonna be it for today's stream. Cause Funneloopoza was a lot. Dang, what happened? Okay. So we just decided to start Funneloopoza. We went to the convention. We had to put on a maid outfit. And we went on stage promoting it. And then we talked to the indie developer to help add more to the excitement, which is weird. That's the one thing that they did or didn't add. How come there was no scene for that? Like the game, like the whole event wrapped up, but how come the magical moon cuties wasn't a part of that? When at the convention we said that she would be part of it, but then there was no scene for it in the end of the day. That didn't make any sense. Oh, what else happened? Frickin' Queen Bee lost to the demon, but she built herself an opportunity for it in the end, and the person ended up in a hospital. Definitely, that is something. Level 4 is something. In the end, my character's a bit dumb for saying that all of this happening was our fault, which it was not. And if I could, I would beat my character with a stick, but I can't. So I'm just going to end stream here today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a good one, and see you next time. Goodbye.